What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. Guys, it's been a couple of weeks. Last week was pretty busy. Didn't get a chance to live stream last week. Missed you guys. But yeah, we're back. Ready to rock and roll. Ready to play some Yoshi's Island DS. Oh boy. So, how are you guys doing? Long time no see. Alright, so last time we didn't make as much progress as I was hoping we would. Yeah, we got through like 5 levels and that was crazy. So this stream, I'm not gonna set any sort of like lofty aspirations or any lofty goals. Much as I'd like to hit something, you know, I don't know, some big benchmark. I don't think that's gonna happen, so I plan to at least finish all of World 3. And then, if time allows, which I'm sure it will, we've only got a few levels left in World 3. Cross my fingers. If time allows, we'll go back and try to 100% complete the rest of World 3 before moving on to World 4. Robert says, hello, this is Robert. I had some complications with my account, and that's why it is pink. I see. Well, welcome to the stream, Robert. How are you doing? Alright, why don't we go ahead and get started here with World 3-6. Let's see what we can do. We just unlocked Wario, which for some reason he is not our active baby, so we will work to change that right now. The stork now has his job cut out for him. He's carrying 3 babies at a time. Okay, so Wario is actually a pretty neat character to play as. Mostly just by, because of the fact that he can manipulate a lot of the objects in the world that no one else can. He can make these coins come right to him using his magnet. He can pull big metal boxes and whatnot. And I think that's pretty nifty. I've been doing good. This is Robert. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. It's been a couple of weeks. I've missed everyone. But you know, work was pretty busy this week, so had to do what I had to do. No. Well, okay. You know, that's pretty sweet. Hello there, says Ethan. Hello there, Ethan. Welcome to the stream. Wow! Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. How come you haven't streamed last week, says Robert. It was because I was very, very busy at work. And I was originally going to stream on Thursday. Had my brother-in-law and sister-in-law come over on Friday last week. So I was going to do Thursday. I ended up working late Thursday. And that was not nice. But yeah, just been busy with real life stuff. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do in this stream. I know we're not really gonna make up for the fact that we lost a week's worth of streams, so it'll be okay though. We're gonna do it. We are going to make it. It would be very nice. Whoa. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say it'd be really nice if I could start playing as Baby DK here. Because there's some vines. And I would like to get up those vines. I don't think I'm supposed to, though. It doesn't appear to be the case. Because I cannot do that. Oh, hey. You know, this is kind of neat. Using Wario's abilities here in a way that, you know, no other baby can really interact with any of this stuff. Okay, so Wario's, or the eggs that Wario throws... I'm sorry. The eggs that Yoshi throws with Baby Wario on his back pretty much act identically to the ones that Baby Mario does. Which I like that. Oh my gosh. How about we don't do that, huh? How about we don't? I don't appreciate that. Knockoff peep dudes. Alright, well, at least we're back up to, what, 20 hit points. Yeah, that's perfect. Anyway, I was gonna say, that's something I appreciate about Baby Wario here. For anyone who's played Yoshi's Island, or the original Yoshi's Island, or even Yoshi's New Island, you would know that the eggs that Yoshi throws usually ricochet. And that can be helpful to get health that you've missed, or that can be helpful to make up health if you're missing health near the end of the stage. It could also get you a coin too if you throw it just right. It's pretty neat. It allows you to, you know, really try some trick shots and see what happens with all that. But in this game, Baby DK and Baby Wario do not, Baby Peach do not allow for that sort of flexibility. Baby Mario and Baby Wario are the only ones who, when Yoshi's got them on his back, whoa, hey, nope, will ricochet those eggs. So there you go. I appreciate that about Wario. PB&J says hi. Hey PB&J, welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. How are you doing, my friend? Robert says, did you see Nintendo's April Fool joke? I don't think so. What was Nintendo's April Fool joke? I don't think I did see it. I don't know, like, April Fools I tend to just, wow. April Fools I tend to just try to stay offline because, well, there's a lot of tomfoolery going around on April Fools, let's just say that. You never know what's real and what's not. I almost forgot you were doing a stream, says PB&J. Yeah, it doesn't help that I also had to start a little bit late, but it is what it is. I'm glad that you're here. Guys, I really missed you guys last week. Like I said, didn't get a chance to stream last week because we were pretty busy. And, you know how pretty much every week I say, you know, it's been a crazy week? I didn't even bother saying that this week because I'm starting to think that's just the normal at this point. When I say things have been crazy, I really just mean work. Work's been nuts. It's also part of the reason I'm very tired right now. I'm very low energy. I had a 50-hour work week, so that was a busy week. Breath of the Wild being delayed for 2023, says Robert. And PB&J says, I am doing good. Well, that's good to hear. And, Robert, I'm pretty sure that that was not an April Fool's joke. I'm pretty sure that was just a Nintendo announcement. So, was that on April Fool's? I don't think it was. But it is coming out in fall 2022, says Robert. I don't believe it is. I'm pretty sure that was just an announcement on Nintendo's part. Like, Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed. I'm pretty sure. Like, what day was that? Hang on. Two weeks ago. What was the date? Hang on. No, it was on March 29th. It most certainly wasn't an April Fool's joke. Sorry, Robert. I hate to dash your hopes and dreams. Okay. Alright, let's get back to the action. Yeah, I had to double check there, Robert. Like, honestly, it was kind of plausible that it was an April Fool's joke. But at the same time, I was pretty sure it wasn't on April 1st, so it's definitely not an April Fool's joke. Not exactly happy news, but you know, it is what it is. I would rather that they ship a complete game and make it good rather than, you know, try and rush it when it's not ready. Or whatever justification they have for delaying it. I'm pretty sure that we can all wait. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Well, I can wait. That's what I just said. Like, we can wait for it. It is kind of mind-blowing, though, how long it's taken. It's fine either way, because we are getting a Sonic open world game, says Robert. Yeah, that we are. I don't know whether to be super excited about that or not. I'm not a big Sonic fan, but That is cool that that's happening. I'd imagine many people in the Sonic community are very pleased. It is intriguing, I have to say. I don't know what exactly an open world Sonic game will look like. Sonic has kind of always just, as a character, not as a character, as a concept, Sonic's go fast sort of gameplay really benefits from a linear level design. And, okay, it's a good thing I came back up here, because that was indeed a red coin. Those weren't, though. Whatever, we got them all. We got all the coins. My mind can be at ease. Whoa. Okay, so I think this is actually where we start seeing some interesting stuff happen. We've now unlocked pretty much all of the babies that we will have access to in this game. We'll unlock one more, but he'll be more of a temporary ally rather than, you know, a full-on new character. But we see here some interesting sort of I guess I want to say interactions, but it's not exactly interactions. It's just the different characters building off of each other with their different abilities. I appreciate that. I have a feeling there's something up there. And I should probably go venture to see what it is. Right? But this is something that I feel like this game doesn't do enough of, and that's kind of combining, you know, the different elements of the different strengths of the different babies, and really getting them to build off of each other in some multi-layer puzzles. I think that's a great strength that this game has, honestly. But, well, it's a potential great strength, but they don't really do it enough. No! No! Hang on. Do you have Wii? If so, then get Mario Sluggers. Says Robert. I do have a Wii U, which is basically a Wii. I mean, it's fully backwards compatible with the Wii, so I'm counting it as a Wii. Mario Sluggers is the baseball game, right? I'm not super huge into, well, most sports games, frankly. Even the Mario ones. Like, the Mario ones are kind of fun. I've always been a big fan of Mario Golf. But, for the most part, I don't know. I could do without. Still, it is one of those games that I've heard many a good thing about. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess not. I haven't really heard much about Mario Sluggers. What I've heard a great number of good things about is, the Mario Soccer slash, you know, every other country in the world calls it football game. Jiff, could you give me a name for a superhero who has magical powers? Like, one that exists, or one that we should be making up? Yes, it is baseball, but really fun. It says Robert. I mean, I've never tried it, so I can't really pass judgment. And like I said, I think I've heard a good thing or two about it, so... yeah, I'm sure it's decent. I don't know. I don't know. Not really too keen on trying it. Yo, that's fast. Wait. Did I seriously only get that one opportunity to try and do that puzzle? One that is made up, says PB&J. One that is made up. Well, if he has magical abilities, it should obviously be a name that invokes some sort of, you know, you hear the name and you think magic. I'm really bad at coming up with names. I don't know. What name would you guys give a magical superhero? Dude. Come on. Enough. I need it for a book I will write someday. It says PB&J. Oh boy. If the success of your book relies on my naming conventions, your book may be in trouble. Now I really have to try and come up with something, right? Like, it can't just be a joke one that would be funny, haha. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, man. I have no idea. I can't come up with anything. I'm sorry, PB&J. But I do have a request. When you write your book about a magical superhero, make sure that he has some sort of ability that ties into peanut butter and jelly. That has to be a thing. Okay, sweet. Rachel, sorry, not Rachel. Christian says, "Hi Jeff, sorry I'm late." Hi Christian. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. How are you doing? Guys, I want to apologize again for, being... Oh my gosh. I thought this would be a secret thing. Apparently it wasn't. It was just death. Anyway, I want to apologize for being kind of low energy tonight. I was a tired boy. So, the stream might not be the full 3 hours. I might cut it off at 2.5 or so. We'll see. But I do at least want to beat all of World 3 before we move on. We got through a good number of levels, not a good number of levels, but we got most of the way through World 3 last time. And I'd really like to finish it, but you know, some of these levels have just been ridiculously long, so I don't know how much hope I have. Regardless, I at least want to get through all of World 3, and I might also want to try and go back and 100% complete the rest of the levels that are in World 3. That's kind of our goal for this stream. I think we can do it if we really put our minds to it. Robert asks, do you have Mega Man 11? I do, in fact. Oh, where is it? Here it is. I even have the physical version. The Switch cartridge of Mega Man 11. Got it. I just had to have the physical version. I knew there was one, so for Black Friday they had the sale on the eShop for like 15 bucks. And then I'm like, no, it must be the physical version. So I went to a GameStop to try and find it, and then I found it at Best Buy instead. So I was pretty picky. I had to have the physical copy. Yo, I don't appreciate that very much, mister. Well, that's not good. That's really unfortunate. I thought maybe there would be a secret thing hidden in there, but those guys just didn't want to die. Oh, I should have Wario here. Oh my. Christian, sorry. Robert says, I have the physical version too, and it is difficult. It is. Most of the Mega Man games are. Mega Man is pretty well known for his difficult gameplay. Like, we're talking classic NES difficulty, which I love that. In Mega Man 11, I definitely feel like it's definitely difficult. I don't think I would say it's like my favorite Mega Man game or anything, but I think it was pretty solid. These guys really want me to have Wario. And I really want to have Wario too for all these coins. Like, this is a ridiculous number of coins. And frankly, Peach's flutter jump is only good when you're, you know, riding the wind. Like, it's so... Like, the animation is so long, but you don't really get a benefit from it being long. It's just... It's longer, it's a little... It's slower. I don't think it really helps you get any more airtime or anything. Well, airtime, yes, but you don't get, like, a faster or a further distance. It's just... It takes longer. I don't know. I feel like they could have added more levels, says Robert. Yeah, that's again sticking with Mega Man kind of tradition. Mega Man games are typically quite short. And I don't really mind that. I mean, as of late, the games that I like to play typically aren't much longer than like 10 to 15 hours. For example, I just finished up a playthrough of Caves in the Wild Masks, literally last night. And that game took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to beat. Not because it was a hard game, not because it was a long game, just because I didn't really have much time to play it. And this week, well, I kind of figured out what it was, but this week I just figured I would really sit down and beat it, but it still took me several days. Okay. Well, I didn't even come close to 100% completing this level. Wow. I'm missing a lot. I'm definitely missing a lot in this level. But now I'm more familiar with the level at least, so we can kind of breeze through it next time we play through it, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just head on to the next level. And we'll come back and 100% complete it. PB&J says, BRB, I am going to Google something. Okie doke. What is this level? Tap Tap Sunken Cave? Oh boy. For anyone who isn't aware, these little spiky guys, their name is Tap Tap. Get out of here, Tap Tap. I don't appreciate you. Not in the slightest. Get out of here. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a giant one. And that's going to be interesting. Alright, give me some hearts. Give me! I see. Okay, let's do this thing. Have you 100% completed Breath of the Wild? Asks Robert. I did all of the shrines, but I was not at all interested in finding all of the Korok seeds. I don't even think I found half of them. I think I found like 200 something. There's 900 in the game, which is... Can we just take a minute and appreciate how ridiculous that is? 900 Korok seeds. It's ridiculous. Someone's done it. I haven't, though. But I found... well, several pieces of armor. I don't know if I found every single piece. But I found several. Hang on. Can I not get these? That is quite ridiculous, says Ethan. It is. So... what? I'm confused. What is all this? Really? What is... oh! Okay, that's helpful. Yeah, by the way, every Korok seed is basically just... I think you may have even... I think you watched me play a little bit of Breath of the Wild. When you were here last week. And, like the Koroks are those little tree dudes that they require you to solve a small puzzle to find. Usually that's like putting a rock in a place where, you know, obviously it should go, or like, you know, shooting down a couple of targets with your bow and arrow, and that results in a Korok seed, or one of the Koroks. There are 900 such puzzles / challenges, 900 of them, and Nintendo only rewards you for getting up to 450 of them. The whole point of those things is to... Are you kidding me? Give me Mario. Or Wario. I'll take Wario. The whole point of those Koroks is, you know... The whole point of them is to expand your inventory so you can hold more weapons, more bows, and more shields. That's the whole point of those Koroks. And you only get rewarded for that up to 450. After that, you don't get any more rewards until 900. Whoa, hey. That's a little uncalled for. But once you get 900, Nintendo gives you the most important reward of them all. A golden piece of poop. Not even joking. It is a golden piece of poop. Nintendo even says in the item description that it smells funny. Or bad. Or something. Yes, I remember you tried to fling yourself with a rock. It sadly didn't work. Hey, I do remember that. That was exciting. That was very exciting. Except for the part where it just didn't work. Okay, so I gotta go this way again. Ah! Has anyone here 100% completed Breath of the Wild? I guess in terms of getting all 120 shrines, or getting all the Korok seeds. I highly doubt anyone here has gotten all 900 Korok seeds. I'd be amazed, frankly, at your sheer determination and willpower. / ability to read an extraordinarily long wiki or guide. Okay, take that, Tap Tap. I still haven't seen the giant Tap Tap anywhere. Well, that's exciting. What? I'm confused. Oh no. Is it gonna be one of... Oh. I was gonna say, if it was gonna be just a level where the water level just goes up and eventually if you don't make it to the end you just drown. I was gonna say, I am not about this. I am working on it, says Robert. Nice. You know, part of me was thinking about doing a Breath of the Wild live stream shortly before the game Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. But I don't know. It's a very long game. That would take me a very long time to beat. Longer than Ghost of Tsushima. So, yeah, I don't think I would be well off for live streaming that game. We'll see. I mean, I'm the Yoshi Fanatic first and foremost, and not the Zelda Fanatic. Though I do love some Zelda games. So I guess if enough people want me to, maybe I will, but probably not. Hey, I do remember that. That was quite exciting. It was very exciting, except for the part where it just didn't work. Jeff 2020. That quote got my exact level of enthusiasm right now. I feel bad that I'm so drowsy, but ugh. I just am. I need more sleep. Ugh. Excuse me. That being said, I am still having fun, and I hope you guys are too. Hey, what's this? What is this? It's Coinez. Blub, 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 blub. I have to admit, playing with Baby Wario is... Man, it just makes you really appreciate having items come right to you. I know it's only coins, but boy, it's nice. Like, most of the time you just have to jump around and and like get all the coins on the screen just by touching them. Wario makes that so much easier with his sheer greed for coins. I certainly benefit from it. I want to see Breath of the Wild stream, says Robert. I mean, we'll see. I highly doubt that I will be up for that. But again, we'll see. More likely, I do want to do Zelda month this year. And I'm thinking about having Adam on. Adam is one of my good friends. He was my co-host on my old YouTube channel. What the heck? That's something. Anyway, he was my co-host on my old YouTube channel, Volatile Upgrade. We did a lot of streams together. Somewhere in the neighborhood of like, oh, how many did we do? Because we live streamed for about a year, and we did 2 live streams a week, so we did at least 100 streams together. But yeah, I was thinking about having him on, and we could do, I was thinking about doing Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, because one of the live streams we did, or one of the games we did on that old channel was Majora's Mask on the N64. Where the N64 version of it, we played it on the Wii and tried to do an emulator, but that didn't work so well. Anyway, I digress. I was tossing around the idea of doing the 3DS version of that game. Really? Okay, there we go. There are some pretty big differences, so I thought it would be fun to do. Plus, I haven't really done Zelda Majora's Mask on this channel yet, so that could be a good time too. And it's not that long. Jonix the Herbalin? Did I say that right? It says hi. Hi, Jonix. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. How are you, my friend? It has been written in the awe-inspiring book of the quotes of Jeff, and we have now filled 14 pages. Says Ethan. That's crazy, man. A lot of Jeff quotes. I've said a lot of silly and dumb things over the last several years. And we have a pretty good chronicle of that now. Hello. I didn't appreciate that. Yep, you said it right, and I'm new here. Well, welcome to the Yoshi Fanatic, my friend. I hope you enjoy yourself here. Hope you enjoy your stay. Hope you enjoy the videos and the live streams. Happy to have you. How's it going? But yeah, that's one of the ideas for Zelda month this year. And then the other one, I don't want to play it, but I have a feeling that a lot of people would love to see it. I know one person in particular, one of my longtime viewers, Retro Records, would like to see it. He wants me to play Faces of Evil, and I wanted to do it the other year. Did not get a chance to, though. I could not get the CDI emulator to work, and that was a bit of a disappointment. I know my old co-host was really looking forward to us playing that. We ended up playing Minish Cap instead. But I may try again. I may try again to get that emulator to work. And if I can, oh boy, let's just say you guys are in for a treat. But we'll see. I can't make any promises. But right now, we're playing some Yoshi. And honestly, I've been thinking about doing a lot of Yoshi content. I'm the Yoshi Fanatic, so I do a lot of Yoshi content. All of my, all 3 of my videos so far have been, Yoshi related. But I've been thinking about doing a lot of Yoshi live streams, for the next few months. Just because I'm kind of in a Yoshi mood. When am I not in a Yoshi mood? Let's be honest. Ooh, I love some Yoshi content, says Jonix. Oh, heck yeah. Yoshi does not have enough representation on this platform, I don't think. I can't wait for the new Yoshi videos, says Robert. Oh, me either. Why do I get the feeling a lot of this is, a lot of that's red coins, and I'm missing a lot of it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that new video out as well. It's gonna take some time. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, I've been pretty busy. fact, I pulled a 50-hour work week this week, and haven't really had any time to do much of, well, let's just say anything extracurricular. But I've got the outline put together. I've got some, quote-unquote, research done. Oh my gosh. Who was I supposed to have here? Well, I mean, I got everything, so... We're gonna take that and go. We're gonna take that and move on to the next level. We even get the mini game. That's a good sign. But yeah, the next Yoshi video, I don't anticipate that it'll take me the full 3 to 4 months that I had said in my update video to make. If anybody's seen my update video, you'll recall that there's the big tap, yeah. Dr. Jeffrey, yo, what's up? It's been a while. What's going on, Jeffrey? Welcome to the stream. It has been a bit. I can't remember the last time you tuned in, but yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. How are you doing? Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. But yeah, in my last update video, I'd said that I was working on wanting to work on a video that compared, well, I just happen to have all 4 of them here. Oh my gosh. I wanted to do a video about comparing the handheld version of Yoshi's Island to the SNES version, and the handheld version, or the 3DS version of Yoshi's Woolly World to the Wii U version. I have pretty much made the executive decision to go ahead and split that concept up into 2 videos. My one big problem with that is that it'll result in 2 pretty similar videos, but at the same time, doing both of those pairs of games in one video would feel kind of repetitious in and of itself. I feel like it'd be less discoverable, so I'm gonna go ahead and split that into 2 videos. So the next video that I'm working on right now, have the outline done. I'll be working on the script. Then it's just doing the recordings and editing and getting it done. So the next video is going to be Yoshi's Woolly World on the 3DS versus the Wii U version. And I still haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to name the video. I want to say, like, what's the best version, or which version of Yoshi's Woolly World should you play. That's kind of the angle I'm going for. But yeah, that's the general idea. That's the next Yoshi Fanatic video. And then after that, sometime down the line, is gonna be Yoshi's Island. I've already got a pretty decent outline of that put together as well, so I don't think that one will take too terribly long. But that's the plan, guys. And again, you know, with YouTube just being a hobby, it'll take me quite a while to, you know, get those videos done. But I hope that the wait will be worth it. I think you guys will enjoy those videos. I know I'll enjoy making them. They're always a lot of fun. Time consuming, but fun. I enjoy making videos. Ah! Okay, I haven't really been paying much attention, much conscious attention to this level. I've kind of just been going at it with a subconscious sort of methodology, question mark? I don't think that's the right word for it, but I haven't really been paying too much attention. What is going on with this level? What's the main gimmick? That's a lot of water. Baby Wario makes this way too easy. Bring me all the coins, Baby Wario. Oh, jeez. You know, I just had to say something. Let's try that again. Let's do it. I screwed up. That wasn't what I was supposed to do. Oh, come on. So that's something I wasn't really too observe. Well, gosh, I'm not good at commentary tonight, guys. I'm sorry. That's something I didn't really mention much about when we first saw those platforms. Baby Wario brings them down with the magnet. But when it goes back up to its original position, it kind of overshoots a little bit, so it catapults you up a little bit. I did not need to do that at all. I could have just gone from this angle. Anyway, it kind of catapults you back up a little bit, so you get a little bit of extra air on the return side of it. So that's kind of cool. Alright. There's a lot of insta-kill traps here. And we haven't hit a middle ring or a checkpoint or anything yet, so I don't know how much I really appreciate that. Well, that was interesting. Yeah. Okay, there's that middle ring. I feel like I'm missing some stuff here. I get that feeling, you know, that Yoshi Fanatic intuition. Okay, there's definitely something down there. I mean, I just hit a checkpoint. Whoa. Well, that's something. That is certainly something. So this is where the baby coin is. That's good to know. Okay. Not a big fan of this area. Is this where I get the secret stuff? Is there secret stuff here? Okay, that was a much more efficient way of tackling those guys. Ah! Alright, I don't appreciate that very much. He's like, ah! Brainpick says hello. Hello, Brainpick. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to part 4 of Yoshi's Island DS. How are you doing? Getting a lot of new names, guys. This is awesome. Thanks for joining. Oh, boy. I guess it's DK? Yes. We got the baby coin. Sweet. That's good. Okay. Good. How's stream doing? Stream seems to be doing okay so far. Can't really complain. It's a little bit of a lower energy stream tonight. I'm not usually like super hyper or anything, but tonight I'm especially drowsy. It's been a bit of a long week, but I'm happy to be here and happy to have you guys. Are you going to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land? Says Robert. I do plan to at some point. I played the demo of it. I liked the demo. I guess I wouldn't say like I fell in love with the Kirby game or anything, but I thought it was definitely good. And I know my wife is excited about the game. She wanted me to pick it up sometime soon. I remember saying to her, yeah, I'll pick it up eventually, and she's like, oh, I want you to get it now. So, you know, maybe I'll get it sooner rather than later. Short answer, yes. I will play Kirby in the Forgotten Land at some point. Not sure if I'll stream it or not. It's kind of old news at this point. Isn't it? I mean, it's been out for a few weeks now, almost a month. Huh? Interesting. That's very interesting. Got the key, though. Woohoo! I don't know, like, even if it's a couple months late, would you guys be interested in watching a, Kirby in the Forgotten Land stream? That could be kind of fun. Though I have no idea how long that game is. You know, that's something that I hadn't really thought about much, but I have not played many Kirby games on live stream. Or just in general on really any of my YouTube presence. Like, I played Kirby Star Allies when it came out, on my old channel. I had fun with it. But, you know, the general consensus with that game is it's kind of underwhelming, and I would agree with that sentiment. Whoa. But yeah, I haven't played any of the all-time greats, like, you know, Kirby Superstar. What in the world? Why did it... Usually these mini-games are in, like, a hut sort of structures, are they not? Wow, I'm doing great. Guys, help! Stop! Thank you for that generous 1 second. Jeez. I am the spirit who loves all things cute. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about with that whole spirit who loves all things cute, by the way, these giant balloon things are definitely a reference to Yoshi Topsy Turvy. There were several spirits in that game, and depending on which one was in charge of the level, you would have to do some different objective. And the one that's that loves all things cute. Why am I keeping Peach? I really shouldn't be. But the spirit that loves all things cute, had you rescue these, I think they were called egglings. They were just these guys that Bowser trapped into the form of an apple. So you had to eat the apple and then just poop out the eggling, and that was it. That was the mission for the thing that the spirit that loves all things cute. Exhilarating, I know. Oh man, I can still get all those. I don't really need Baby Wario for those. Is there transformations in this game? Says Robert. There are transformations in this game. They don't seem to be as common though. Like, we've only done 2 or 3 of them. There, 2 or 3 levels that have had transformations in some respect. There's been the helicopter transformation, the mole transformation, and then there was like 1 level last stream where we did the submarine transformation. That's something I hadn't really thought about until you mentioned it though. Like, they do seem to be more rare in this game than the other Yoshi games. In fairness, I've never really understood the whole, you know, why Yoshi can transform into these different things. It actually made me kind of think of a video idea this last week where, yeah, the video would be, Yoshi transformations are weird. But that's pretty much as far as I got with it. I don't know. That could be a fun video to do. I'm thinking I've missed some things. Call it a Yoshi Fanatic's intuition, but I'm pretty sure I've missed some stuff. I have my reservations about it at the moment. Like, there's still some level left, obviously. But I'm starting to think I've missed some things. Maybe not. I mean, what all am I missing right now? 3 red coins and 1 flower. Okay. Hey Robert, since you brought up Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, have you played that game? I kind of assumed that you would. But if you've played it, what do you think of it so far? Oh boy. Wait, why did that move? Yo! I know that those things are insta-kills. Okay, so why did that pillar move earlier? I'm a little bit confused. Oh, is it because of Wario's magnet? No, not yet, says Robert. Oh. Oh, you know what it is? The person who has your same username, Christian, said that they got Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Because they're like a big Kirby fan. But I am going to get it soon, says Robert. Nice. It's definitely one of those games I want to pick up at some point. Like, I've actually, I don't know if you're familiar with Ant Dude. He's a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. Really like him. But his name isn't the Kirby Fanatic, but he may as well be. He really likes Kirby games. Like, Kirby is his jam. And he did a review of Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I only watched it up to the point where he started going over spoilers. He was generous enough to be like, okay, if you don't want to see any spoilers, go ahead and skip to this time code, which basically just took you to the end of the video. But still, I appreciated the video that he did. It was for how much I watched, it was basically a non-spoiler review of Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Ant Dude is a good YouTuber, says Jeffrey. Yeah, he is. I really like him. I don't know if it's obvious based on my videos, but I definitely take him as an inspiration for my YouTube videos. I watch Ant Dude all the time, says Robert. Sweet. You guys are in good company. I love Ant Dude. I think I've been subscribed to him for like, well, good number of years now. Probably 3 or 4. But yeah, he puts out some good stuff. He even made some good Yoshi videos. I tried not to rip them off too much. No! No! No, I missed a single coin! Oh no! It's not in this room either, is it? I mean, it might be worth it to go back and check. Because I can just... You know, if I go all the way back to the beginning of the room and there's just nothing, I can just, you know, die and then go back to the checkpoint and everything's fine. Oh, such sadness, dude. Immense sadness. I missed the one red coin and now I'm gonna have to play the whole level again. That hurts, guys. That really hurts. Whew. You know, I had said that I could just kill myself to get back to the checkpoint, and I did not end up doing that. Alright, bring it on, Mr. Boss Man. What do we got? What do we got? Personally, my favorite Yoshi game is Woolly World, says Jeffrey. That's a good choice. That's my second favorite. My favorite is Yoshi's Island. But Yoshi's Woolly World is pretty close. I really like it. So, we haven't seen this enemy at all in this... Whoa. Yowza! Is that the gimmick of this boss? Yowza! I think I just have to jump over the pit and he'll, like, jump up, right? Oh, crud, did I screw up? Seems that no, I'm fine. I am fine. Okay, so he spits out these things. If I jump over the pit, he jumps up. And that just lures him up. Okay. Gotcha. Got it. Whoa. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, maybe there will be some sort of... Whoa! Some sort of twist, I was gonna say, as he throws twice the normal amount of collectibles. projectiles. Well, that was it. It's a hollow victory, though, because I have to do that again. Because I missed one red coin. Urgh! So frustrating. When do you think we will get a new Yoshi game? Says Robert. So, that is a good question. Hang on. Obsessed with treasures as usual, Baby Mario demands to stay behind. Oh, really? You only get to play as Baby Wario in these levels? What? That reeks. Oi. Wario, come on, man. Yoshi's like, what the heck? Huh. Will his greed finally be the end of it? What do you mean, finally? He's an infant! When do I think the next Yoshi game will be? Well, let me read Jeffrey's comment, and then I'll try and think about it some. I haven't beat Yoshi's Island. I stopped at World 5. I think it's been a while, but that Yoshi game is also really good. Oh, yeah. One of the all-time greats. Absolutely. Okay. When do I think the next Yoshi game will be? So, the last Yoshi game was Yoshi's Crafted World. And that came out in 2018. You know, I'm gonna hop in one of these levels. I don't want to do that level. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So, the last Yoshi game was released in 2018, Yoshi's Crafted World. And the last Yoshi game before that was Yoshi's Woolly World, 2015. So that was about a 4-year gap. And then the game before that was Yoshi's New Island. When did Yoshi's New Island come out? I feel like it was like 2014, so it was pretty close to Yoshi's Woolly World. Regardless, we are not at the point where we're at the maximum amount of time between Yoshi games yet. It's been 3 years since the last one. I'd say the soonest we see one is next spring. That's the soonest, I think. But I doubt that we'll get 2 Yoshi games on the Switch. Highly doubt it. So, if I had to really guess when it's more likely, whenever the next Switch comes out, say a year or 2 after that, that's when I think the next Yoshi game is most likely. I know it's kind of a pessimistic way of looking at it, but I just don't want to get my hopes up that we'll see a Yoshi game at E3. If we see one, I'll be super stoked. I'll be super excited. Oh yeah, E3's canceled. Anyway, if we see like that Nintendo Direct that it'll come out in the summertime and it has a Yoshi game in it, I'll be stoked. I'll be very excited. But I don't anticipate it for another couple of years. What do you guys want to see in the next Yoshi game? I've been trying to do a little bit of thinking as to what I'd like to see. Wait, E3 is canceled? What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. There was an announcement about that moderately recently, I think. Let me just Google that. E3 2022 canceled. Why did E3 2022 get canceled? E3 2022 is canceled in full. Yes, it's officially canceled. There's no E3 this year. Saddened face? Yes. That sucks. But the companies will likely put out their announcements around the summertime when E3 normally would occur. So, I don't think we're going to lose out on too terribly much. Imagine if it's a 3D Yoshi game, says Robert. Oh man, yeah. I would love it if we got a 3D Yoshi game. And there's hope. There's definitely hope. Because we got a 3D Kirby game. I don't know how likely it is Nintendo will make a 3D Yoshi game. But, boy, that would be exciting, wouldn't it? I know at least for me it would be. Being the Yoshi Fanatic, duh, of course it would be exciting for me. But I even made a video about that. What would a 3D Yoshi game be like? Like, what would I want to see out of a 3D Yoshi game? You can pretty much just go watch that video and see exactly what I would like to see. It doesn't really go over, like, new characters or, like, new story or anything like that. It's literally just, you know, if Nintendo made a 3D Yoshi game, you know, how would, like, the Yoshi formula be, you know, taken and put into 3D? How would that happen? That's pretty much what the video's about. But in terms of, like, you know, Yoshi games, I wouldn't say that's all I care about, but that's the main thing with the Yoshi game, is that Yoshi game formula. And I was just interested in how that would be translated into a 3D game. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the game being in 3D, is like exploring those new... What is that sound? Exploring those new interesting kind of concepts. Like, how would Yoshi's games be different if they were in 3D? Like, how would they work? What would need to change? What could be the same? But if we had a new 2D Yoshi game, also, I would not complain. I love Yoshi games. Okay, I feel like I'm doing a little bit better this time around than I did last time. Last time I got super frustrated with this level. Hopefully the next Yoshi game has no crying babies in it. You know, I was actually thinking about, you know, where they could take the next Yoshi game. I don't know if a 3D Yoshi game would be the best sort of game to explore Yoshi lore, but it could be. So, if you haven't seen the other streams, guys, something I've been thinking a lot about recently, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I've been thinking a lot lately about, you know, the significance of Yoshi and his story, and particularly where, like, the importance of Yoshi, his story, and how it relates to the Mario universe. Because clearly, Yoshi is a character from the Mario universe. And I know that, you know, just the phrase Mario lore is enough to bring anyone to a chuckle, because there's not really too much to it. But I think it has a lot of potential. And I would love to see some games that, you know, expand on that Mario sort of lore. And in the case of Yoshi, we really don't know anything about what happens to him between the events of, you know, Yoshi's Island DS. That's like the, I think that's the last major game in the Yoshi sort of timeline, is Yoshi's Island DS. And, what happens to him, to get to the events of Super Mario World. And one thing I was thinking about in particular is, we kind of last week explored the idea of, you know, expanding the whole, Star Children sort of concept. I'm just gonna let myself die here. I've missed way too much stuff. At the end of this game, spoiler alert for the rest of the stream, the reason that Bowser is having these, babies kidnapped is because he's looking for the Star Children. And that ends up being, there end up being 7 of them. 7? 6. 7 or 6. I feel like it was 7. It was definitely 7. Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Wario are all the Star Children. And, it also turns out that, you know, at the end of the game, a new Yoshi hatches. And, this Yoshi is also one of the Star Children. And that leads me to think, you know, the green Yoshi that we save in Super Mario World is that Star Child, Yoshi. Or the one that's appears in all the or in all the Mario Party games, all the, oh, are you kidding me? My goodness. Hang on. I'm trying to focus too hard on this level, but the point I'm trying to get at is, Yoshi is one of the Star Children. And it's the same Yoshi, I think, that we see in all the Mario Party games, Mario Kart games, the one that stars in all the Mario Sports games, all the spin-offs. That's the Star Child Yoshi that we see. Like, the most important Yoshi. I would like to see what happens to him between his, baby Yoshi appearance at the end of this game and how he gets to the point where he's included in all these events from Mario, and in particular, assuming that I'm right on this, that first Yoshi that we rescue in Super Mario World is the Star Child Yoshi. I would love to see how he gets to that point and what sorts of things go on Yoshi's Island and with him between those years. I would love to see that. And what would be interesting, I think, is you know how Baby Bowser is pretty much the main antagonist of the Yoshi series. What if he was still the antagonist, but we got like a teenaged Bowser, like a Bowser in his adolescence? That would be interesting to build some lore. Anyway, I've gone on that tangent way too long. I'm sorry. Disney Villains fan says, also welcome Disney. I learned that Super Mario World took place on Dinosaur Island, which apparently is completely different from Yoshi's Island. I wonder how Bowser feels about kidnapping a baby version of himself. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, you're right. Dinosaur Land is a different world than Yoshi's Island. My goodness. It's a completely different world from Yoshi's Island. And it's kind of interesting that what am I trying to say here? That Yoshi ends up there. Like, Mario World kind of asserts that, this is the main place of residence for Yoshi. I mean, he's a dinosaur. He's on Dinosaur Land. That kind of makes sense. But, the very next game that's released in the Mario universe is Super Mario World. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And, oh my gosh. And, my gosh, I hate this level, guys. I straight up do not enjoy this level whatsoever. Anyway, I'm really getting sidetracked here. That game establishes that Yoshis live on their own, island. Like, Yoshi's Island is obviously the island of the Yoshis. That's where all the Yoshis come from. That's where they all live. So it is kind of interesting to think how Yoshi came to Dinosaur Land. Like, why did he go to Dinosaur Land when his home is Yoshi's Island? It's an interesting question. He's also there looking for his 7 friends who Bowser trapped in eggs. Like, I think he states that at the beginning of the game, that he's there trying to help his friends who Bowser kidnapped. But yeah. But it's not the bane of your existence level, at least, says Ethan. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not the bane of my existence level. It's not that bad. But it's pretty stinky. I don't enjoy this level. Like, this is the level that I got super frustrated with last time. Why am I here? There's not anything here of interest. Okay. Anyway, if you guys want me to go into any of those points further, let me know. I'd be happy to. In the meantime, Robert asked, did you watch the Sonic movie too? I didn't. I've heard that most people are happy about it, but I also listened to the Arlo review of it, and he gave a pretty scathing review of that movie. And based on just the sounds of the movie from that review alone, it sounds like I would not be super stoked to watch that movie. I don't know, but it seems like most people are happy about it. How do you guys feel about the Sonic movie 2 or Sonic 2 movie? Like, I literally... I didn't watch it at all. I barely watched the trailers. I really dislike this level, guys. I have to go through it again. But, yeah. Didn't watch it, says Jeffrey. Okay, that's one guy that hasn't watched it. What about Disney or Robert? Did you guys watch it? Okay, well, we improved our score at least. We're moving in the right direction. Okay. I liked it a lot, says Robert. Nice. Well, you know what? It's one of those, it's like it's one of those things where, you know, you don't have to be objectively right about the movie. Like, if you enjoyed the movie, that's what the movie's for. It's for just entertainment. It's one of those movies that's not supposed to make, like, a huge impact. It's just supposed to be fun. And I can appreciate that. That said, like, I'm not enough of a Sonic fan to the point where, you know, I would probably care too much for the movie, just one. And two, I probably wouldn't be, like, you know, a purist when it came to Sonic either. It's hard to say where I would be thinking about this movie. Like, it seems like a decent amount of the Sonic fans enjoy the Sonic references or the Easter eggs and whatnot. Which is great. I'm glad that people are enjoying the movie. I'm a lot more of a critic when it comes to movies. But I can also kind of appreciate when a movie is just, you know, dumb fun, sort of thing. It was better than the first one, in my opinion, says Robert. And people seem to like the first one, too, so, you know, that's saying something. Either way, I'd say that the, is it Paramount? I feel like it's Paramount who, worked on those movies. But they should be proud of themselves. Like, they have made a movie, a video game movie no less, that has surpassed most people's expectations, and quite frankly is regarded as one of the better examples of video game to movie conversions. That's awesome. They should definitely be proud of themselves for that. I can't really speak to the objective quality of it, because I haven't seen it. I've only seen reviews, so I can't really say from personal experience what I thought of the movie. But yeah. Just the fact that it's, you know, widely well acclaimed, that's an achievement. Let's make sure that I don't miss any of these coins. You know, levels like this really make you miss the quality of life changes that they added to, well, started in Yoshi's New Island, but really fully implemented in Yoshi's Woolly World. Because I got a good amount of the stuff last time, but there was a lot of stuff I missed, and I unfortunately have to get all of it. Robert says, I am mostly excited about the Mario movie. I am intrigued. I look forward to seeing where it goes. And Dr. Jeffrey says, how long do we still have to wait for Silk Song? Oh, I know, right? I really hope we see something about it, or something regarding that game soon. I don't know how many people really know this about me, but I really liked Hollow Knight. Like, I'm not one of the super, like, dedicated fans to Hollow Knight or anything, but I certainly very much enjoyed it. Oh, I feel like I missed a coin there. At that juncture, I'm not sure if it's... Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm gonna restart from the checkpoint. But yeah, I really enjoyed Hollow Knight. I think I played through it 3 times. I've been interested in doing a live stream series of that one too. Haven't made that a reality yet, but you know, it's one of those games on the to-do list. So if you guys would like to see, me play Hollow Knight, let me know, and I'd be happy to accommodate that. shoot, I still have Peach. Yowza! Peach! My gosh, get over here. Bye and good night, says Robert. Well, Robert, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you. So, I hope to see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, I love Hollow Knight. I probably have said this 100 of times, but it's my favorite game ever. That's awesome, and it's a good choice. That game is incredibly solid. And Team Cherry, despite being such a small team, they really put out a good game. They should be very proud of themselves. Come on. I don't think I got all the coins. I don't think I did. JK, says Robert. Oh, okay. Well, you got me there, dude. But yeah, I think that's probably the main thing that's, you know, taking the game so long, is the fact that it's developed by a team of 3 people, which is incredible. Like, those guys put out such a good game with only 3 people working on it. It's insane. It's ridiculous. Did you get to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land yet? Says Disney Villains fan. I haven't. I played the demo. I don't know if that really counts, but I played the demo, I liked it, and I do plan to pick up the game at some point. Just not yet. And it's like, what am I waiting for, right? Like, it's a Nintendo game. It's not like it's gonna go on sale anytime soon. But I don't know. I think the reason I'm mostly waiting on it is just I've got it's not the game's fault. It's just that I have a lot of games in my backlog, and I don't really feel justified in picking up a new game at this juncture, mostly because of that fact. But I would like to at some point. Have you gotten to play it, Disney Villains fan? Excuse me. Guys, I really hate this level. Well, hate's a strong word. I dislike this level quite a bit. There we go. Okay. Now I want to live. Definitely want to live at this point. Hopefully the wait for Silksong will be worth it, says Dr. Jeffrey. I agree. I'm sure it will be. But at this point, it's kind of reaching that level where, like, you know, people are incredibly hyped for the game. I know I am. But we've kind of hit that cycle where, like, you know, some of us have not exactly oh, no. No! I was doing so good! We've kind of hit that point where, you know, it's kind of a distant memory for some people, or like it's put on the back burner of a lot of people's minds. I'm kind of that way. I'm very much looking forward to the game coming out, and when it does come out, if ever there were a day one gaming purchase, well, Hollow Knight Silksong might not be at the top of my list, but it's certainly up there. I'm certainly looking forward to that game. Oh, yo. Shoot. I hate this. How much streams do you think this game will take to complete it, says Robert. Oh, more than I was expecting. I'm thinking that we'll be 100% finished with, level, or World 3. Maybe not the special level. But, other than that, I should have finished up all the levels in World 3 by the end of the stream. But that's after 4 live streams. I'm thinking this game will take between 6 and 8 live streams to 100% complete, which is much more than I initially was hoping for. So I guess strap in, guys. More Yoshi's Island DS coming. Disney Villains fan says, yes, I did. I loved it. Or I love it. I recommend Forgotten Land. It's a great start for Kirby's 3D career. I got Hollow Knight, but it was pretty hard to get past some of the bosses. Okay, super hard. But I am not giving up on it yet, says Disney Villains fan. And first off, good to hear that you enjoyed Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'm sure that I will as well, when I do eventually pick it up. And as far as Hollow Knight goes, yeah, that game is definitely not known for its easy time. But for me, that just makes playing the game all the more fulfilling. Like, I love a good challenge in games. And I definitely see Hollow Knight as being one of those good challenges. So, yeah, like you said, don't give up on it yet. There's no question about how challenging it is. But I think that it's worth it. And there's some phenomenal stuff in that game, man. Like, it's so good. Team Cherry could at least show us something at E3. Oh, wait, it's canceled, says Jeffrey. Yeah, I mean, we've been asking for them to show us something Silksong related for years at this point. Like, I forget when it was revealed that they were working on it. But it was a while ago at this point. Like, we're kind of all just waiting with bated breath. You know, like, we just want to see something. Because that footage that they showed at the first reveal, like, blew our socks off. We were ready for it. But, you know, we haven't seen a screenshot or not so much as a peep from Team Cherry since then. So, yeah. I'm definitely in the camp that's like, you know, I can wait. But at the same time, when we do see news for it, eventually, I'll be incredibly excited. Ah, I hate this level, dude. And again, hate's a strong word. But man. Oi! Silksong trailer was 3 years ago. Was it really? Wow. But the soundtrack for Hollow Knight, that's a completely different story. It's keeping me alive in Hollow Nest, says Disney Villains fan. And Jeffrey says, getting through Godhorn in Hollow Knight is real pain. Yeah, I don't think I got through all the extra content in that game. I at least did the extra content where you get that little extra bug buddy. I forget what the dude's name, but I don't know. There was like that extra boss. Oh my gosh. I might just have to focus here for a few minutes, guys. I'm starting to think that that's what this is gonna take. I'll be glad to keep playing it if it means I get to hear this art. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, and it only gets better. Hollow Knight is one of those games that, it's the gift that keeps on giving, man. It's really good. Robert says, what is Hollow Knight about? If you're familiar with the Metroid series, I literally almost said Legend of Zelda. If you're familiar with the Metroid series, then you've probably heard the term Metroidvania. It's typically a 2D side-scrolling type game where it's a large map to explore, and you know, you can open up more of it as you unlock more abilities. And these games typically involve a lot of exploration, a decent amount of combat, and some of them have just, you know, some high difficulty stuff. I feel like that probably stems more from the Castlevania side of it. But Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania game, and a darn good one at that. It takes some sort of aspects from Dark Souls, and I don't mean its difficulty. It's a difficult game, but I'm not going to say that it takes its difficulty from Dark Souls. What it takes from it is just some gameplay sort of mechanics. I won't get too much further into it, but it's about this bug kingdom, and you play as, you know, the knight. That's what his name is. He doesn't speak. He really doesn't have much of a face. He's kind of a mystery until you get to like 3/4 of the way through the game. But you get to this kingdom called Hollow Nest. I think that was the name of it, right? Hollow Nest. And it's kind of like a world where, you know, everything is a little dark and gloomy. And there's some sort of infection going about the kingdom. And, well, you kind of just try and figure out what's going on and try and fix it. I won't spoil any more of it. I feel that game is... The story is best experienced firsthand. So I would recommend playing it. And the gameplay is just incredible. It's great. Is it on the Switch? Asks Robert, to which Disney Villains fan says, yes, it is. It's like $15. It is $15. It's on the Switch, PS4, Xbox, Steam. I have it on Steam and the Switch. You know, it performs very well on the Switch. They did a good job. Dr. Jeffrey says, just recently I played an indie game called For Changing Tides, the sequel to Far Lone Sails. Really good. Enjoyed it so much. I have never heard of that. What kind of style of game is it? Maybe I'd be interested in giving it a shot. Alright, I really need to focus on this one single part. Because, well, for that reason. Because I suck. So I'm just gonna hardcore focus on this for a second. And hopefully I can actually make some progress. I hate to go like full Zen mode, but sometimes you gotta... Oh my goodness! Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Give me DK. I feel like that's my best bet here. Well, that went well. Oh, jeez. You know, I recently, you know, I said I was gonna focus, but, I hate this level. Sometimes you have to go full tryhard mode, says Ethan. You're absolutely right. Though, a lot of good that seems to be doing me right now. Well, actually, that went pretty well. Anyway, now I can go ahead and say what I was gonna say. You guys know that update that came out for the Switch recently that allowed you to create folders for your games? They call them groups, because of course they have to call them something that's not just normal folders. Like, they just gotta. Like, Nintendo gonna be Nintendo, you know? But anyway, I went ahead and organized all of my games into folders. And I was shocked at just how many indie games I actually own on my Switch. Like, it's a pretty large number. I think it was like between 15 and 20 out of like the 35 games I have on the Switch. And that's kind of insane. Not a bad thing, mind you. Like, honestly, indie games can be great. But it was kind of just a surprise is all. Where is the secret exit? Where is it? I feel like it's over here, right? It's gotta be. Where is it? It's not up here. The secret's not up here. Dr. Jeffrey says, it's a 2D, 3D type game where drive a vehicle on land or water in this dry, abandoned world. I don't really know how to explain it, but you would have to see the trailer. Okay, Far Charging Tides. I'll have to look that up later. That's something I have to really respect about indie games. Boy, they're creative. Like, indie games, they kind of have to fight it out because there's a lot of different indie games. And in order to be on the top, you have to do something truly special. And usually that just means that you do something that no one else has ever done before. That definitely sounds like one of those types of games. Like, that's a game concept I never would have thought of. Or like the Untitled Goose Game. How many people rant and rave about how great Untitled Goose Game is? Like, who would have ever thought that playing a video game where you just play as a goose and terrorize the neighborhood, who would have thought that sort of game would get the amount of praise that it did? But yeah, that sounds like one of those types of indie games that does something special and tries to stand out. So yeah, I think I'd be interested in at least checking it out at some point. I really hate this level. Like, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's an undying hatred or like it's the bane of my existence like that one level was. But gosh dang it, at this point I'm starting to wonder if that is the case. I really hate this level. No, don't you do it. I hope that wasn't a red coin, but we're gonna move forward and just assume that it wasn't. Are you getting Mario Strikers? I am, says Robert. Probably not. As I said before, I'm not a huge fan of the Mario sports games. I like Mario Golf, but just as a general principle, not a big sports game kind of guy, even if it's Mario. But I am very happy that the game exists. Like, they're coming out with a new Mario Strikers game. That's awesome. But no, I don't really have much interest in playing it myself. Jeff's second bane of existence level? Asks Ethan. Yes, definitely. It's at least a runner-up. Like, when I first saw the game, I didn't expect much out of it, but it hit me hard after I beat both of them, says Dr. Jeffrey. That's awesome. You know, indie games they're really something special. There's a good number of, like, really good indie games. Some that I haven't even had the pleasure of trying yet. Like, one of them that I've wanted to try recently is, what was the name of it? Hyper Light Drifter. I wanted to try that game at some point. Haven't gotten around to it, but there's a sequel to that game, or at least a second game by the same developers. So, kind of a sequel. Like, that's got me intrigued. Okay, here we go. I just had to stay down here. Whose baby coin is that? Where am I now? Am I gonna hate this level even more now? The sad thing is, Far is a super underappreciated game. Like, no one talks about it, but I think it was amazing, says Dr. Jeffrey. Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of just one of those things with indie games, is that, as I was kind of starting to say earlier before I really lost my train of thought, indie games are kind of in that group where they're in an oversaturated media. There's a lot of indie developers, a lot of indie games. And in order to really stand out, you have to do something super special. And, you know, that unfortunately means some truly great indie games don't get the recognition that they really deserve. And it's unfortunate because, honestly, I'm sure that there are, like, as much as I love Celeste, and as much as, you know, I love Hollow Knight, and as much as both of those were, like, nominated for several different awards, even, like, nominated for Game of the Year, for Celeste, I'm sure there's plenty of indie games that are equally as good that just go under the radar just because there are so many indie games. At the same time, you kind of get that feeling like like, I'm sure you feel like this at this point, that you've stumbled onto like kind of a hidden gem that nobody else is really talking about, and only like a select few have the ability or the opportunity to appreciate. I'm sure you kind of get that feeling from that, right? I probably would. But for the developer of that game, I'm sure it feels super unfortunate that their game doesn't get the sort of, you know, appreciation, I guess I would go so far as to say, that higher profile indie games like Celeste, Hollow Knight, The Messenger, Shovel Knight, those games get a ton of clout, and I think they deserve it. But like I said, there's just some of those indie games that don't get that sort of appreciation, just because they don't get the sort of exposure that the other ones do. I don't know, is my rambling mess of a thought kind of making a little bit of sense? When I'm kind of focused on a level, I tend to, you know, ramble, I guess. Especially when it's a level like this and I'm just like, get it over with. I don't want to play it anymore. Oh, man. Honestly, this level made me upset when I played it last time. It's making me upset now that I'm playing it again. Oh, I really don't like this level. Where's the last flower? Where is it? Is it down here? No! Please don't do this to me, game! No! Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, oh. Where is it? Guys, this sucks! Where's the last flower? Oh. Oh wait, it has been 6 years when Inside came out, and I heard played... Sorry. Man, guys, this is really unfortunate. I got full health. I got all the red coins. I missed one flower. And by rambling, you are inadvertently making it last longer because you are less focused, so you're trying to make yourself in less pain, but you have just prolonged the pain, says Ethan. Indeedly. Unfortunately, I might have to go full super focus mode this time. Oh. I missed one flower. And in a game like Yoshi's Woolly World, that would just mean I have to go hunt for that last flower. 7 extra lives, nice! But in Yoshi's Island DS, no. We're getting better, but I heard Playdead is working on a new game. I wonder when that will come out. Loved Inside and Limbo. I've heard good things about them, but I don't know much about them myself. But if the developers of that game is making another one, nice. Indeedly, Jeff 2022. Yeah, if they're making another game and it turns out to be as highly acclaimed as the other ones they've worked on, that's awesome. Oh. Gosh. This level drains me, dude. Like, this is the worst of all the things I hate about, you know, levels, I guess. Like, 2D side-scrolling levels. This level combines the thing that I hate about, like, all the things I hate. It's an auto-scroller, there's water, there's a lot of chances for incidental damage, and if you miss one single thing, you have to do it all over again. Oh, there's nothing good about this level. Like, that indeed might be the new shortest quote, says Ethan. Sweet. I'll take that. Wait, Hang on. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's where the flower was? It was in a hidden cloud. It's just one word. Indeedly. Anyway. So, you guys know I love Yoshi. I love Yoshi's games. I think that the Yoshi games are fascinating at the very least, and wonderful on the other side of the spectrum. Now, that is not to say that I think Yoshi games are perfect. They absolutely are not. And this is one of the single largest flaws in all of the Yoshi games. The hidden clouds. Yoshi's Woolly World is the only one that has a way to combat those hidden clouds. You know why there's such a big issue? Is because in order to find these hidden clouds, you have to just walk into the area where they exist and uncover them. They could be anywhere. There's usually some sort of hint that they are existing in a place, right? Like you're usually able to tell when there's a cloud, but sometimes you can't. And then sometimes that results in much pain. Much pain. Like the pain that I am experiencing in my soul this very moment. Because I have to play the whole level again. Because of one hidden cloud. And I hate this level. Oh, so dumb. Anyway, it has been written in the awe-inspiring book of the quotes of Jeffs. Sweet. Dr. Jeffrey says, Playdead do such a good job at telling you the story just by looking at the game and playing it, and the new one is still 2D like 3D, where the environment is giant, looks good. I do always appreciate that sort of show don't tell sort of gameplay. Or, well, the gameplay, yes, but also story concepts. Oh, I hate this. You have to just walk into an area where they exist and uncover them. Jeff 2022. I don't know about that one, Ethan, but if that one was entertaining enough for you, by all means. I love that quote so much. Okay. You just have to walk into an area where they exist and uncover them. But yeah, I always appreciated that kind of show don't tell sort of storytelling. The Metroid games are, well, yeah. I would say that. Metroid games are a good example of this. The Metroid Prime games especially. But yeah, I appreciate that. The show don't tell sort of aspect of video games. I especially appreciate it when there's just not a whole lot of dialogue boxes getting in your way. Bye and good night for real, says Robert. Well, Robert, thank you for joining the stream. Sorry it's a little bit of a lower energy one, but I'm glad that you tuned in. Hopefully we'll see you next time. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that thought. So, let's just say that if that's what, you know, your Playdead studio does, I appreciate that. Oh boy. I don't want to spend the whole rest of the stream on this one dumb level. But indeed, that might be what happens here. All because of that stupid flower. Guys, I'm salty. And I think that this is just a lull in the game. Like, the rest of the game isn't gonna be like this. Most of the game has been pretty delightful up to this point. But just this first half of World 3, and now that I've gotten through the rest of the World 3, I can verify that the rest of it has not been as bad as this one. So, there's at least that. This is easily one of the worst levels that I've played in a Yoshi game. Well, at least this one. But I'd go so far as to say that it's probably one of the worst levels in a Yoshi game. I hate this level. Like I said, it combines all the elements that I hate in 2D side-scrolling levels and just mashes them all up into one terrible amalgamation. Ugh. Well, the quote that Jeff wasn't sure should be a quote has been added in the maybe not so awe-inspiring book of the quotes of Jeff. Alright, you know what? We'll take our victory where we can get it. Nice! Stellar! Wondermiss. Please don't make me play the rest of the level. Again. And again. And again. Ori is a great indie Metroidvania game, but am I the only one who prefers the first Ori game than the sequel? Probably not. I prefer the sequel at least because of its, at least because of the improvements it made to the combat system over the first game. But, you know, I will admit that I might be losing the forest for the trees. Basically just, you know, I'm so focused on the fact that the combat is better in the second game that there might be things that the first game did better that I don't appreciate as much. Like, I think that something that the first game does do better is the ambiance. Like, I feel like that game did a better job of, you know, making you feel like you were in a hopeless sort of situation, a hopeless sort of world. And your whole goal is to bring light back to this darkness that's become the world, or that has become the world you know. That sort of story. Are you kidding me? Anyway, well, I'm happy that you thought that was a little funny, not so awe-inspiring book of the quotes of Jeff. Yes, indeed. Agree that combat is better in the second game, says Jeffrey. Yeah, I think that, oh my gosh, I put too much emphasis on the whole, combat sort of being improved. Like, that was my one big complaint with the first Ori game. I love the story in the first game, Rip Kuro. Oh yeah, the story in the first game was wonderful. I mean, it wasn't like the happiest, cheeriest story, but boy, did it ever leave an impact. Like, I don't cry in games. I very rarely cry at stories, movies, books, what have you. I'm not a crying person, just generally. But I will fully admit, as a grown man, I teared up at the scene that showed you the whole reason that... Was her name Kuro? The owl. Like, the whole reason that she was trying to, like, take the light out of the world was because the light took everything from her. Like, boy, that hit hard. Like, I will admit that's something that maybe the second Ori game didn't do quite as well as story. I think that the ending of it was something cool, but, you know, the first game definitely had the story, or it had it in terms of the story. Like, I think it did a great job. And there's probably other things too. I don't know. Both horror games are great. You can't really go wrong with picking up either one. If you guys haven't played the Ori games, and you care about, you know, Metroidvanias just in general, high recommendation. I am going to just let myself die here. Hi, I'm back. I got a little distracted painting, says PB&J. Well, that's not a bad thing to get distracted by. It's a very creative outlet, so good on ya. Welcome back, though. I'm happy to have you. Ori and the Blind Forest, 5 minutes in, and Naru dies. Yeah, that one's a gut wrencher, you know? I mean, she, whatever it is, didn't really die, but boy, that hit you hard in the beginning of the game. Ah, yes, but you didn't cry for the Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, no. I mean, great story for sure, but I did not cry for it. Come on! Dr. Jeffrey says, agree. That hit me when Kuru's babies died. Yeah, oh, that hit hard. That's the part of the game where I cried. I shed a single manly tear. I just want to say that so that it doesn't seem like I was just a blubbering baby at that part. I'm like, no! Not the baby birdies! No! Okay, yes. Woohoo! Like, I felt really bad, says Jeffrey. Yeah, honestly, that's something that is impressive that a good story can really pull off. When it can make you feel genuine empathy for the antagonist. Like, that's a mark of a well-told villain and a well-told plot. Just a well-told story just in general. Is when you can feel genuine empathy for the antagonist. And I feel like that's like a very common thing for stories to try and do nowadays. I feel like it's almost overdone at this point. Like, just making the... I don't know. But I appreciate it when stories do that. And Ori and the Blind Forest was definitely no exception. PB&J says, I also got some ice cream that has peanut butter in it. There you go, my friend. There you go. I shed a single manly tear. Lol, lol, lol. But I can't quote every funny little thing you say, says Ethan. Yeah, that's certainly not an original thing to say. But I appreciate that you thought it was funny. Okay, so where, what, why, and how? Those are the important questions. I guess the most important question right now is how. How do I do this? And what? What baby do I need to get the baby coin? I guess it's Baby Peach. Of course it's Baby Peach. Dr. Jeffrey says, and the fact she sacrificed herself, like, when I first played the game, I was like, please don't tell me Kuru dies, and yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh. Kuru makes the sacrifice play. Oh, no. That hits right in the feels, dude. You know, you're making me really want to go back and play the Ori games. Like, I've long wanted to play Hollow Knight and Ori and the Blind Forest. And perhaps Ori and the Will of the Wisps on Livestream. You've been around here before, so you know. I only stream once a week. And I only stream for 3 hours. Typically. Oh, nice. So, I don't really have a ton of time to stream these games, and it would take me a while. But boy, I want to. Those games are so good. Ethan says, the time that when I'm most vulnerable to quote a bunch of things is if you've just said something quotable and I'm in a laughable state. I'm like, oh, that is funny. Let's make that a quote too. It's like, no, stop. And it hit me when she turned around and her mountain with her nest was on fire with the last baby egg. That almost destroyed me. You know what? I'm really starting to, just through this conversation, I'm really starting to appreciate the story that Ori and the Blind Forest told more. I'll be honest, like, I don't remember a lot of stuff from the story of Will of the Wisps. I honestly think I'm very much a gameplay first, story second kind of gamer. And in that aspect, I think Will of the Wisps probably was the better, like, gameplay-wise. But as far as, like, emotional impact, emotional damage, as Chicken Plays would say, based on Stephen He. Sorry. Side topic. Anyway, Ori and the Blind Forest seems to be that more emotional storytelling game. And I feel like I've gotten to more appreciate that as I get to be a more of an adult and more of a mature gamer, I guess. That's a really bad way for me to phrase it, but It's a really bad way for me to phrase it because, like, all I'm trying to say is, like, as I advance in years, I start to appreciate the story aspects and the lore aspects of games more. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. I just know that it is a thing. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to play this level yet again. I'll have memorized this level by the time I'm done. Because guess what? I don't have full health. And guess what? There's no way for me to get full health as far as I know. Actually, maybe I can just kill myself here. Yeah, that seems like the answer. And as I will say, emotional damage, says Ethan. Yeah, it's not worth replaying that entire level for that. Like, for just one hit point. I've gotten everything else. I am not willing to play the level again just because I got hit once. I am not. That's not a thing that I am willing to cope with. It's not happening. Dr. Jeffrey, seeing as you have a good amount of experience, it seems, with the Ori games and Hollow Knight, if I were to choose one of those games to stream, which one do you think you would prefer to see me stream? Ah, no! I did it again! Oh yeah, in Ori and the Will of the Wisps, when Ori will, well, you know, at the end, that destroyed, like, that was stuck in my head for ages. Says Dr. Jeffrey. I think I get what you're trying to say. Like, the ending of Ori and the Will of the Wisps was like, whoa! What? No! It kind of had that impact on me, and I was, like, looking for some way for there to be a third game. And I think there will be one. Like, they definitely left themselves, like... No! This sucks! I hate this level. But, they definitely left themselves some room for a third game in the series. Ori, I think that would be fun to watch, says Dr. Jeffrey. I think it's also shorter than Hollow Knight. I feel like Hollow Knight was a decently beefy game. So Ori probably would be the better one to play. Meant to say in video games, says Ethan. Jiff, have you ever heard of Undertale, says PB&J. I have heard of that. I've been requested to play that game at one point. But I don't know, like, Undertale doesn't seem like one of those games I'd be super into. I've been told that I should give it a chance. But I'll be honest, I'm not super interested. It's cool the amount of impact that it has, though. Message didn't get sent through, says Ethan. Well, thanks, YouTube. I don't know. Undertale's one of those RPG kind of games, and a very narrative-driven one, I think. Or at least it's heavy on the themes. I don't know if, like, you know, narrative-driven is the right word for it. But yeah, I don't think I would be super into that game. Oh, I've got everything. I just need to avoid everything else. Hollow Knight is so long on the first playthrough, says Dr. Jeffrey. I think I put like 40 hours into that game on my first playthrough. That's a beefy game. Like, it took me around 35 hours to beat Ghost of Tsushima. That was a 10-parter live stream series. So, yeah. Hollow Knight would be comparable at least. Though it's starting to look like this game will be comparable at this point in length. Because we're a decent chunk of the way through the stream and we are nowhere near where I wanted to finish. Undertale was pretty good, but it definitely has an amazing soundtrack, says Jeffrey. Ethan says, it didn't send through because when you died and you talked about doing you-know-what to yourself to restart the level and get full health. Yeah, that would do it. PB&J says, Jiff, I would like it. Do I think you would like Undertale? I guess that really depends on the kind of games that you like to play. It seems like it's a pretty big feels game. Like, there's a lot of different ways to play the game. You can go with a pacifist run or like a genocide run. It's one of those games where you have flexibility in how to play. It seems like each of the boss encounters has different and interesting boss mechanics. And boy, it's got quite the following. But I don't know. I'm not really sure if you would enjoy that game. It's cheap enough. I think it's like 20 bucks. And I've definitely seen it go on sale for 10. So the only thing I can say is give it a shot. Actually, here's another suggestion. There's a similar game by the same developer called Deltarune. And I believe Chapter 1 is free. So you can kind of play that game, Deltarune Chapter 1, see what you think of it, and if it's a concept that intrigues you or you think you would enjoy, then go for it. I had Deltarune downloaded at one point, but I never got myself to play it. Jeffrey says, I really like show and don't tell games. I think that's a big reason I liked Far. Oh yeah, that sounds like it. And Ethan says, it's like, I love how you don't want to stream Ghost of Tsushima because you thought it would take too long. Meanwhile, this game. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't think this game would take that long. A little bit of behind the scenes stuff for you. I literally made 5 thumbnails for this live stream series because I thought I would be done by then. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, so I don't have to worry about getting all the collectibles in this level. I just need to get the baby coin. Let's do it. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are free in Deltarune. I didn't know Chapter 2 was free. That's awesome. Well, there you go. If you're curious about Undertale and you're wondering if you would like it or not, I would suggest giving Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2 a try. I haven't tried them myself, but from what it seems like, it sounds like it's a pretty similar idea. Okay, so that's where the baby coin is. I just need to get Baby DK to help me out here. Of course, you're trying to 100% this game. Meanwhile, in Ghost of Tsushima, you just speedrun the main story. I did a couple of main story, side story stuff. But yeah, you're right. Ghost of Tsushima, like, when I saw how long it would take to beat with, like, main story and side objectives, and the fact that I wanted to play it at the hard difficulty, yeah, like, I knew that game would take me a while. I was actually surprised with how fast I did end up just beating the game. But I definitely enjoyed it. I'm glad you talked me into it. Or I'm glad you talked me into live streaming it, because I really did enjoy it. If you tried to 100% Ghost of Tsushima, it would take ridiculously longer. Oh yeah, right? Like, especially considering the fact that DLC came out for that game. And I have the definitive edition. So, like, if I really wanted to, that stream series could have been... Oh, I could have been playing that game for like a year. And that's only slightly exaggerating. Okay, so if you're wondering, I mean, I kind of explained this before I started this level. But just in case you're still wondering, the only reason I'm playing this level again is to get the baby coin. I've never gotten all the baby coins in this game, so I don't know what exactly it does. And we're gonna find out. Yes, I'm very happy you decided to do it. Says Ethan, I enjoyed it greatly. You know, I enjoyed it as well. Ghost of Tsushima was fantastic. So I very much appreciate that you talked me into doing it. I was just gonna play it on my own time. And part of me kind of wishes that I did. just because of the fact that I feel like I would have been more likely to 100% complete it. But honestly, I enjoyed doing it on live stream and kind of chronicling my experience with the game. Like, my full thoughts on the game are pretty much archived on YouTube forever. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a secret what I think of the game. Because if you want to know what I think of the game, well, there's 10 very long videos that you can go check out. Dr. Jeffrey says, Undertale and Deltarune are decent, not the best, but they are good. Yeah, I feel like Undertale especially has that sort of clout to it, I guess. That, boy, people adore that game. I remember when it first came out. Okay, that was sweet. I remember when it first came out, I was in college, and everybody was playing it. That was crazy. Like, that game had such a following that it was kind of nuts. You don't hear much about it nowadays, and especially Deltarune, people are more critical of it. But yeah, like, dude, when the game first came out, it was a sensation. It was nuts. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Unlike the last level, I don't want to die. All I want is the baby coin. Let me have this. Get out of here. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Lungefish. What else is up here? Anything? No? Nice. How do I get that baby coin? I want it. I do. I think I have to go in here. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I just have to get around this guy. There we go. Jiff, do you want to know something cool? Yeah, I would love to know something cool. Please, PB&J. Enlighten me. What is this something cool that you wish to share? Ah! Gimme. That didn't do jack diddly. What was that supposed to do? Oh, I know what that was supposed to do. I'm a dummy. I deserve that for being a stupid idiot dumb face. What does that do for me? What does this do for me? I forgot. Dr. Jeffrey says Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are amazing indie games. It's sad they are not making a third one. They're not making a third one? That is sad. I'm not much for the horror games either, but I've definitely heard good things about Little Nightmares. Oh my gosh. What you want to bet that that's... Well, that's probably not the key. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm doing. Exactly what I was thinking. How did you read my mind, Jeff? Sorry, regarding which comment? Yep. Yep. It's kind of alarming how much longer it's taking me to beat this Yoshi game than, well, pretty much any other Yoshi game. Like, honestly, it's shocking. I probably could have beaten the entirety of Yoshi's Island and 100% completed it by this point. And maybe it's because I'm more familiar with the game. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but boy. That was a lot of extra lives. I appreciate that. I've seen the Gaming Beaver play Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Says Ethan. Oh, okay. We're talking about Little Nightmares. Jiff, I am trying to create a new movie with superheroes on YouTube. That sounds awesome, PB&J. You'll have to let me know how your development of that goes. That's ambitious. Jeff, have you ever played a bad indie game? Well, like one that you disliked a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I would call it bad. And honestly, I was just trying it out a little bit more last night. And it made me want to play it again, but there's this game on the, well, there's this indie game called, Blossom Tales, Tale of the Sleeping King or something like that. And, I remember I originally bought it on my Switch because at that time, believe it or not, there were not many games on the Switch to play. And I remember seeing that one. It was very similar to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And I remember picking it up and playing it for like 10 hours or so and just not being enthralled by it, I guess. And to this day, I wanted to blame the art style. I'm not a huge fan of the art style, but I'll admit, I played it again last night some. And I'll admit, it looked better than I remembered. So that's one game that I didn't like really enjoy so much that I wanted to finish it. But I think it might be a different story if I tried again. Another one. I don't know. Does, there was this, do you remember, Mighty Number 9? I never played that one, but there was kind of a mashup that the indie developers made. It was called, Mighty Striker Gunvolt or something like that, or something like that. Like a mashup between the two. I played that one. I 100% completed it, but wasn't super impressed. So that's one. Azure Striker Gunvolt I thought was ambitious, but, you know, the demo didn't grab me as much. I think what it is about the indie games that I've tried is that, like, I tend to only go for the higher profile indie games because I don't have a lot of time to play video games. I would rather spend the time playing a game that I'm sure that I would like rather than just experimenting. So I try to just go for the higher profile indie games. And there's not really a lot of bad high profile indie games. They're high profile for a reason, of course. Nice. And I think as a result of that, most of the games that I've played or most of the indie games that I've played that I didn't really like was just because it didn't grab me more than I didn't like the game. One more example of that is Caves in the Wild Masks. I picked up and I picked it up back in like December, and I didn't finish it until this last week because, excuse me, because it just didn't grab me much. I didn't feel motivated to keep playing it because the first 2.5 worlds really weren't that challenging, and I wasn't feeling like it was rewarding me enough to keep going. But once I got through the first half of World 3, that's when the game really started to pick up in difficulty, and that's when I really started enjoying myself more. So there you go. That was a very long-winded answer to your question, but I hope that was satisfactory. Dr. Jeffrey asks, or says, I really dislike the indie game Hello Neighbor. The art style looks weird, broken. Final version came out to be pretty bad. Hello Neighbor is not the worst, but it was disappointing from the demo to the final version. Yeah. I've seen pictures of Hello Neighbor, and I have to admit, that game looks weird. And not like the fun kind of weird, just like the kind of weird that's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. It's strange how they did that. Like, you don't see that very often. No, it was just weird. Like, oh, off-putting. Not that I've played the game at all myself, so I don't really know. And far be it from me to judge a book by its cover, especially when I haven't given it a fair chance. But to be honest, like, Hello Neighbor is not one of those games that I would be interested in playing, unless like someone were to pay me to do it. it just, yeah. That's pretty much that. PB&J asks, Jiff, what is your favorite supervillain? My favorite supervillain? Oh, that's a good question. Like, you don't... At least I don't really think about what my favorite villain is very often. But there is something to be said about the kind of mindset that... You know, behind every great superhero is a great supervillain. Or a great just villain in general. Like, for Superman, it's Lex Luthor. For Batman, it's the Joker. These villains bring out the most interesting aspects, I'll say, of their respective superheroes. So, I feel like that's something that you gotta respect in choosing your favorite supervillain. But I just don't think of the villains very often. I think one that constantly intrigues me and that I really like and have liked since I was a kid was Venom from Spider-Man. And I feel like that's kind of a cliche choice, but it's like, it's a parallel of Spider-Man, but not like a clone or something. Like, the reason for him being a dark parallel to Spider-Man is that he had experience kind of being Spider-Man for a while. And then, I don't know, there's just a lot of aspects about Venom that make me interested. So, I guess Venom would be my... Oh, no. Nuts. I gotta try again. We'll just return to map. Oh, 2 months till Cuphead DLC? Question mark? I can't wait. Cuphead was a beautiful, outstanding indie game in my opinion, says Jeffrey. Yeah, I played Hollow Knight. I'm thinking about Hollow Knight for some reason again. Cuphead. I played Cuphead. I enjoyed Cuphead. But boy, Cuphead was no easy sort of game. That game was brutal. The thing is, I don't own Cuphead. I played it on my friend's computer. So, I never played single player version of it very much. I played like the first few levels of it. Single player? I don't know. I enjoyed it. I know player 2, when I played it, was not happy to play that game. Gosh, there's a lot of good indie games, aren't there? Just like, there's a ton of indie games out there. I think that's awesome. And I think that's awesome that we can, like, there's enough indie games to the point where you can pretty much talk about it this entire live stream and it really doesn't get boring. Cuphead DLC, the delicious last course. Also, that's, I don't want to say that's like incredibly clever to call it the delicious last course, but you gotta admit it's at least a little clever. Delicious last course DLC. That's at least a little clever. I gotta give points to him. At least a little bit. Oh, Wario, please. Come on, man. I got attacked by that bat twice in a row. That was embarrassing. Okay, so I didn't remember Baby Wario being in this game for such a short amount of time. Literally like 4 levels. That's crazy to me. I mean, it's not like he's a super amazing character or anything, but he's at least unique enough. Like, why did they feel the need to only have him in these 4 or 5 levels? Will he come back? I don't know. I kind of hope so. Because I was talking about earlier how not having to grab the coins is awesome. Dr. Jeffrey says, remember when in 2017 Cuphead was a big hit and it died down slowly? Hopefully the DLC will bring it, will be a big hit as well. Yeah, I mean, I know that I didn't really keep up with the game after playing it. Like, I didn't really keep up with how much people were talking about it and all that. So I guess I was also part of that problem. But yeah, like, that game was something. I feel like most of the clout of that game comes from the really interesting art style. The fact that it's based on like 30s animation is crazy. And something that I don't feel like too many people really appreciate is the fact that the game ran in 60 frames per second. Meaning that each one of those frames, had to be drawn by an animator. Which is nutty. But yeah. Anyway. PB&J says, Jeff, do you want to know what my favorite villain is? I would love to know what your favorite villain is, PB&J. What is your favorite villain? In fact, if anyone else wants to jump into that conversation, what's your favorite villain from, I don't know, any comic, I guess. Dr. Jeffrey says, oh yeah, Jeff, have you watched the Cuphead show? I watched it. It was really good. Loved it. I did not watch it. Mostly just because I don't really watch shows just in general. But that one definitely intrigued me. Like, I saw that trailer for the first time and I'm like, what? I mean, that makes perfect sense. A Cuphead TV show. Like, that makes perfect sense, but for whatever reason, I did not see it coming. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Still, like, I've heard kind of mixed reviews on it. Like, it was good, but not super good. Like, didn't live up to what the game was, I guess. Or that, like, some aspects of the story were different to the point where some people felt like it was ruined, I guess. I don't know, like, oh my gosh. I don't know, like, I didn't really follow that too much. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think my wife and my son, they watched it some. I don't know if they ever finished it. I'll have to ask them. But yeah, I didn't watch it myself. Not out of, like, principle or anything. Just as a general principle, I just don't watch too many TV shows. Just because I don't really enjoy them. Not a show kind of guy. Excuse me. Remember how I said this live stream might be shorter? Well, it's not looking like it's going to be. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right, who's this? Sure, why not have it be DK? I fail to understand the point of that coin. Good job, Jeff. Really solid effort all around. Good job. Let's see. Yeah, there's more eggs down here. So, I don't remember exactly what it was that I missed last time around on this level. Jeff, what is your favorite YouTuber? Says Dr. Jeffrey. That's a good question. Really, it varies based on the day, I suppose. And it's definitely fluctuated a lot over the years. The one that I feel like I watch the most consistently and that I enjoy the most would probably be Arlo. Really big fan of Arlo. In fact, Arlo, Ant Dude, and Scott the Woz are pretty much all the big inspirations of mine for the video format that I have. Not the live streams, of course. I don't... Like, I know Ant Dude does some live streams, but I don't think the other two do. But, like, as far as my main video format goes, those are my big inspirations. I also watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips. I watch some bite-sized tech from Tech Deals, just because I'm interested in what they think about PCs and stuff. I guess those are the big ones. Why am I doing this? I have Wario. I don't... Uh-oh. Stay away from me. Oh, they are great YouTubers, says Jeffrey. Yeah, definitely agreed. Obviously, I like them a lot. I just said that. What are you guys' favorites? Or who are you guys' favorite YouTubers, I should say? Okay. 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 Did I do it? Yes. 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 Woo. Also, you don't have to say the Yoshi Fanatic is my favorite YouTuber just to get on my good side. Like, I'm not a great YouTuber. I live stream once a week and I put out a video like once every or twice a year. So, you know, you don't have to say I'm your favorite YouTuber. I won't believe you. My favorite villain is the Joker. Sorry it took so long to respond. My dog distracted me, says PB&J. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, the Joker's definitely a good pick because, you know, what would the Batman be without Joker, right? Jeffrey says, I mostly watch Dashy Games, so I would say at the moment Dashy Games. I'm not familiar with Dashy Games, but that's awesome. Okay, so I've got three more levels to 100% complete here. I have been taking my sweet time, haven't I? What am I trying to do there? Oh, right, I missed the flower, didn't I? Goodness gravy. Yoshi. My favorite YouTuber is Danny Gonzalez, says PB&J. I also don't know who that is. But that's awesome. That name makes me think of this Christian musician I really like. His name is Danny Goki. A very similar name. So, I guess that's probably why. My goodness. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the last time I played this level, I just missed out on the, on like one flower. Like, there's no way that I missed that many coins or something like that. Yow. Blop. So I really need to keep my eye out here more than I usually do. For where I could have potentially missed that flower. You know, I feel like this Yoshi game, I think part of my problem with it, now that I'm thinking more about it, and what takes me so long to 100% complete it, is just the fact that, the gameplay is split across both screens, and it's really easy to just lose stuff, like not find things in the levels, because it can get lost between the screens and you have two screens to keep track of. I honestly think that's probably a big part of the reason that this game takes a lot longer. just the fact that the game is split up between multiple screens and stuff can get lost between the screens. I mean, I thought about that before, but I hadn't thought of that as the reason that it takes longer to beat. Huh. Actually, Cat Icarus is my favorite YouTuber. He's like a mix of Ant Dude and Scott the Woz. Cat Icarus is hilarious. My friends are huge fans of Catty. I can't say that I blame them. Like, I've watched a good number of his videos myself. So, I mean, he's certainly not my favorite, but I really enjoy his videos, and it's clear that he puts a lot of effort into them. I do appreciate that. So yeah, I like Cat Icarus. Cat Icarus! I also appreciate that he does a very peanut butter gamer sort of thing with his Bandicoot month, or whatever he calls it. Crash month? I don't know. It's like the month of June is Crash Bandicoot month. That's pretty cool. Like, no, like PB&G, PBG. Yes, PBG. PBG came up with the idea of Zelda month, and it's like Caddy kind of did a similar thing with Crash Bandicoot. That's pretty cool. By the way, PB&J, I think when you first joined the live streams, I think I had asked you if you were related in some way to PBG, Peanut Butter Gamer. And, yeah, that's who I'm talking about, is PBG. The guy that is responsible for creating Zelda Month. If you're familiar with Zelda Month. I don't know if any of that helps at all, so I'm sorry if it doesn't. My gosh. No, stop it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's go all the way back here, get DK, so we can climb up those vines. You know, I wonder if the reason that, Nintendo, or it wasn't Nintendo that developed this game, it was Artoon. I wonder if the developers for this game decided to cut Baby Wario out of the game so early, because having 4 babies to juggle is nuts. But imagine having 5. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm kind of starting to think that that's the case, though, because in the next world, I think, is when we get baby Bowser. And I think Baby Wario might come back? I don't remember. Gosh, it's been so long since I gave this game an earnest playthrough. Like, I played it 3 years ago when I was getting the footage for my top 10 Yoshi games video. But I didn't really play it much. I haven't really played it at all since then. And even then, like, I was pretty much just doing it to get a general idea of the game and get footage for it. So, really giving it another solid effort here. I'm really thinking about a lot of the design choices that they've made in this game, and just a lot of the nuts and bolts sort of stuff here. There's really a lot to unpack. That's probably why it's taking you so long to beat it, says Dr. Jeffrey. I think so. Because, like, when I played Yoshi's Woolly World on stream, like, it only took me 4 streams to beat it. 100% complete. But I've played that game quite a few times. I wouldn't be surprised if I've beaten that game 100% 10 times. I mean, that game is wonderful, and funny fact about me if I haven't told you guys. I know I've said it on stream before, but I don't know if you guys know this. Yoshi's Woolly World is the first ever game ever that I got super hyped for and followed it from the day it was released. Or from the day that it was announced to the day it was released. Like, it was the first game that I ever followed a game that closely for. So, I've played that game a lot. And, it was quick to stream. Yoshi's Island was a little longer, but not by much. Yoshi's Crafted World was an 8-parter. Yoshi Topsy Turvy was a 2-parter. And Yoshi's Story I've only done 2 one-off streams for. I really need to do like an actual proper series for that game. But Yoshi's Island DS, like you said, I haven't, the reason that it's taking me so long to beat probably is the fact that I really haven't played it that much. And I haven't played it in a long time at the very least. And I don't think I've ever 100% completed it. So, tie all those factors together, you've got a very long playthrough on your hands. Jiff, do you think that you would ever get a VR headset? Probably. But not until the technology improves a little more. So, my in-laws have a VR headset. They got the Oculus Quest 2. I didn't know it at the time. I thought it was just a... I don't know. I knew Oculus was a big name, but ever since the acquisition by Facebook, like, I've been skeptical of them. It's actually a pretty solid piece of VR equipment, I have to say. Like, it's pretty solid. There's still some things I don't like about it, like the fact that it only has that 128 gigs of onboard storage, and after that, you're out of luck. But I do like the fact that it's wireless, and honestly, I think it's a pretty solid way to experience VR after playing it for the first time. Still, I think that the technology has a little ways to go. And I'd like it if the wireless sort of aspect of it got to be more ubiquitous, more commonplace. Like, I don't want to play a VR headset unless it's wireless. Like, I won't. I just will not play it if it's not wireless. Like, the whole point of a VR headset is to get you to move around. I don't want to be moving around with a cord attached to the back of my neck. But, yeah. At some point when the technology improves, I will definitely be further enticed to get a VR gaming headset. Dr. Jeffrey says, it's too bad that Woolly World Wii U has moved to the 3DS and not to the Switch. That would be great if Woolly World was on the Switch. I think Nintendo could still do it. Like, they've done a similar sort of thing before for The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors. That game had a Wii U version and a 3DS version, and then the definitive edition of the game came out on the Switch some number of years later. Man, so close. The definitive edition came out some number of years later that included the graphical fidelity of the Wii U version and the added content of the 3DS version. And to me, there's nothing saying that Nintendo can't do that for Yoshi's Woolly World. There's not even anything saying that they won't. That'd be sweet. If Nintendo came out with that version of the game, the 3DS content with the graphical fidelity of the Wii U version, if they did that, easy recommendation for me. Absolutely. BRB, I'm going to do something random or something, says PB&J. Okay. Enjoy your random something or something. No! Grr. That said, I don't know. They've done that sort of thing once. I have hope that they could and maybe will. But, I don't know. There's nothing saying one way or the other if they will or not. It's just something I'm kind of hopeful for. Hey, that's something I'm actually going to talk about in my next video. Yeah. So stay tuned for that, I guess. I'm great at plugging my content. Okay, so what was it that I missed out on so much last time? Like, I thought it was a flower, but at this point, I'm less and less confident of that fact. Jeff, do you know the indie developer Puppet Combo? No, I can't even say I've heard of that name at all. What do they work on? I'm still missing 1 flower, but I'm also missing 4 coins, so that kind of gives me hope that that's just something pretty major here. And that the flower and the coins will be in relatively the same area? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hopeful. Blap. Okay, that was too close for comfort. I guess I should go and get Peach again. Puppet Combo. That name doesn't even ring a bell. Yeah. Okay, so going in there doesn't, or trying to go in there doesn't do anything. Oh, garbagey. I remember this part now. Not so. Woof. Woof. Got a problem here, boss. I need to use, well, not need, but want to use Wario here. Okay, you know what? That's the strat. That's the strat right there, just damage boost through that part. No reason not to. Okay, this is definitely the way to do it. I mean, for goodness sakes, it says W just written in the coins. Scary games in an 80s, 80VSH style, where there's a killer that you have to escape, but the chase music makes all his games scary, like Power Drill Massacre. It's loud, creepy, and low volume, it's still loud. Huh. I mean, it doesn't really sound like my kind of... Wow! Please, no. Doesn't really sound like my kind of game. As I kind of indicated before, I'm not really into horror games, and that kind of sounds like that company's forte. What am I missing here? I have to be missing something. No. No. Why? No. What? Where did I miss 3 coins? Gosh. These World 3 levels suck. Or at least they suck for 100% completing. I can say that with pretty good certainty. I'm not going back. I'm retiring from this level. I'm retiring from it. Oh my gosh. Guys. I don't know about these levels, guys. It's really making me start to question. I don't know. It's making me question something. And I'm hoping that this is just Jeff eyebrow raises for the next 2 minutes. The last game I played that they made was Nun Massacre, and I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I was going to get a heart attack. I'm pretty sure if you play with very high volume, you could get ear problems. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're not giving me a lot of reasons to try these guys out. I'll say that. Alright, so I did 100% complete this level aside from getting the baby coin. So we're gonna do that. And after that, well, I should say you're only one eyebrow. Yeah. Oh. I'm not enjoying this game as much as I thought I would. And that pains me to say. I was hoping that this would kind of be an underappreciated gem. Maybe it still is. But boy, this is not the diamond in the rough that you're looking for. At least this world. Okay. At least this world has been a downright pain. It's taken me 2 streams, and I haven't even 100% completed this world yet. Where are those last 3 coins, man? Yes, it is the rough around the diamond, says Ethan. No, I think it's just like that piece of... What's the best way to say it? It's one of those games you don't hear a lot about. So it's definitely that sort of something in the rough sort of status. But I don't think it's diamond. I wouldn't even call it a precious metal or anything. Like, it's something rare, yes, to hear some people talk about, but I definitely don't think it's a diamond. Like, I love horror games, but it's too far when I said you could get ear hearing problems, says Dr. Jeffrey. Agreed, yeah. When your game brings physical harm to someone, yeah, that's not a good look. Why am I trying to get everything? I really don't need to. Maybe it's because that kind of mentality keeps me on track with these Yoshi levels. I don't really know. Whatever, we're just... Oh! I was just gonna say we're going for it. We sure went for it. Let's try that again. I almost did the same exact mistake. Wow. All I'm here to do is get the baby coin. Ah! Hang on. Ah! Wowies! Ethan says, you just always have to put yourself through more pain than you have to, says Ethan. That seems to be a recurring trope for me, just in general. I tend to put myself through more pain than I need to. I have a tendency to make things more complicated than they really need to be. Just in general. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was really hoping that this game would be like a diamond in the rough situation. And after much playing of this game, I can reaffirm to myself that no, it's not really a diamond in the rough. I wouldn't say it's a bad game for sure. Like, honestly, I appreciate the higher difficulty that's associated with this game, but I think a lot of it comes from the wrong place. That one level that I hate so much is like a really good example. It just mixes a lot of bad tropes for these 2D side-scrolling levels all into one package that just infuriates a Jeff. That's all it serves to do. And a lot of the difficulty in this game comes from that sort of formulation. It's not something I appreciate, game. Like, I'm seeing a lot of problems in this game. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff. But I'm also seeing a lot of bad stuff. I'm starting to understand more, I think, why this game... I don't know if I'd go so far as to say is forgotten, but more that is just not talked about much. I think I'm starting to understand why. Jeffrey says, also Jeff, if you don't remember, I told you my hate for Yoshi's Crafted World, but I recently played it again, and it's not bad, but not the best. Yeah, I mean, I put it at number 3 on my list of, I'm sure you've seen my top 10 Yoshi games. I forget. But I put it at number 3 mostly just because of the new things it brings to the table. It brings a lot of good stuff to the Yoshi formula that I really appreciate. But there's also a lot of bad stuff I don't appreciate. See my Yoshi's Woolly World vs. Crafted World video for more info on that front. But yeah, in general, I think that yes, I think that Yoshi's Crafted World is the quintessential Yoshi mixed bag game. This is where I would put my flower if I had one. I'm going to die. Not in the game, just in real life. Jeff 2021. That was a marvelous quote. Not gonna forget that one. Well, guys. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. I want to do it. I know we're almost at 3 hours in. I know we are. But I can't just not try this level again, and, because I missed one bloody coin. The boss isn't hard, this level really isn't bad, I think I can do it. I think I can. And then we'll have 100% completed World 3 with the exception of... Yeah, give me a second, baby Wario. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're fine. Well, guys, my tired Jeff state has been maxed out to 100%, and I am now being surpassed. Don't mind if I pass out. Yeah, that's me right now. I'm yawning a whole lot. Like, a whole bunch. Ugh. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I know I want to finish what I started. Why am I hitting that box? It's because I'm tired, Jeff. That's why. Okay, so I feel like... No. For a second I was thinking like maybe what I was missing was over on that side of the wall, but no, I remember where that came from now. Oh no! I feel the same as Caddy about Yoshi's Crafted World opinion. I don't think I watched his Crafted World video. No, I totally did. I forget all that he said, but I know that he was not a fan of the souvenir collecting. And I wasn't either. I even made like a funny little skit about that in my one video. But overall, I really do appreciate some of the things that that game brought to the Yoshi series. The egg jump that I love so much came from that game. I don't want to waste all of my time, just most of it. Jeff 2020. Another fabulous quote. I'm gonna stick with Baby Wario. He's my best chance at finding all the coins. Right? I mean, that is what I was missing last time, right? Not getting all the coins. Maybe there's something up here? Nope. Maybe up here? Nope. Another fantastic quote, says Ethan. Indeed, that one was quite good. Yep. Okay. So it didn't look like the coin was in here. And there's nothing here to worry about, so onward, a question mark. We're doing it. Full of energy. Never mind. Oh. The last few streams have been just Jeff yawning streams. I mean, at least I'm not like that one guy that literally fell asleep on stream. Well, I'm sure that's a more common occurrence than just one guy. Anyway. At least I'm not that far gone yet. You know, I don't think I've mentioned this at all yet. We're doing it full of energy, and starts yawning immediately. Yeah, if that just doesn't tell you where we're at right now. But one thing that I don't think... Well, I know I've neglected to mention it, like, at all, is these, checkpoint rings. I think they call them middle rings, which doesn't make a lot of sense unless there's only one. Regardless, a lot of the other Yoshi games, if you die and go back to that checkpoint, you will only have half health, or thereabouts. This game, when you die and go back to a checkpoint, you come back with full health. Not full health, with whatever health that you, cross that checkpoint with. Like, for example, if I were to die now, and go back to the checkpoint, I would have 25 hit points after going back to the checkpoint. That's something that pretty much every other Yoshi game doesn't do. At least as far as I remember. Like, I know Yoshi's Woolly World didn't do that. Yoshi's Island didn't do that. Yoshi's New Island. Yoshi's Story is Yoshi's Story and Yoshi Topsy Turvy are a bit of a different breed. And Yoshi's Crafted World, I think I may have just... I don't even think that there were checkpoints. I just don't remember how they work, because... very rarely died in that game. Not a flex or anything, it's just that game was quite easy. My goodness, get me up there. Jeff, what is your least favorite Yoshi game? My least favorite Yoshi game? Boy. So, what I'm about to say, I don't think matches up exactly with my top 10 list. Scratch that, I know that it doesn't. But the top 10 list was more just a not a referendum, just a list of the ones that I thought were genuinely the best ones. That said, I think my least favorite Yoshi game is Yoshi's New Island. Not that it's a horrible game, but It's between Yoshi's New Island and Yoshi Topsy Turvy. And I gotta tell you, I have a lot of nostalgia for Yoshi Topsy Turvy. Played that one a lot as a kid. Yoshi's New Island does not have that, Yoshi's New Island doesn't have that benefit. And on top of that, the music reeks. The art style is just not good. The gameplay is... like, the gameplay design was solid enough because it's a Yoshi game. The tried and true Yoshi formula. But even then, it manages to not be that great. And I played it once, never really wanted to play it much after that. That's gotta say something. So yeah, I'd have to say Yoshi's New Island is my least favorite Yoshi game. If we're counting the mainline ones. And even if we're not, I think, like, yeah. I'm pretty convinced it's Yoshi's New Island. I think I would even rather play all of the puzzle games, which in and of themselves are pretty solid, before I would ever want to play Yoshi's New Island again. Hey, thought exercise. I have 2 keys. Did I miss something? Most likely. Well, if I am about to cross a middle ring, I'm just gonna have to kill myself. YouTube, I don't literally mean kill myself. I mean the character on the screen. Yay, extra life. I'm doing it. I don't know. Was that answer of Yoshi's New Island surprising? Or is it kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, alright, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not going down there yet. Also, Ethan brings up an old quote. Not really a flex, but I do have to show this off. Jeff 2021. Love that quote. That was, the context for that quote is, no, I'm not doing this one. Why would you want me to? I'm hiding in a corner. I'm not doing this minigame. I'm protesting it. Well, apparently I... oh, jeez! No! Stop it! Oh, I hate... dude, I hate these minigames where you can lose health. Just let it be over. New Island, in my opinion, isn't as bad as Crafted World. Probably because that was my first ever Yoshi game. I played so nostalgia gets me. I mean, that's certainly fair. Nostalgia is a big factor when it comes to games like that. And I think that game was mostly predicated on the fact that, you know, they were looking for nostalgia to grab you. I don't blame them for it. Yoshi's Crafted World, though, like I've said before, it's a game of very high highs and very low lows. I think there's a lot that it brings to the table that I would like to see going into Yoshi games going forward. I love the egg jump. I think that's brilliant. I like that each of the kind of missions in the Yoshi's Island level gives you a flower instead of a pointless, well, point score. I liked the absence, or the large absence of one-way doors. All of those are things I really liked in Yoshi's Crafted World, and, like, yeah, there's a lot of things that it brings to the table that I don't like. The souvenir things being the first and foremost thing. Oh, one other thing, the boss challenges. Like, I loved the boss challenges versus you know, Yoshi's Woolly World's boss challenges, which were just sped up versions of each of the bosses. Like, I loved that. Oh, come on. Yoshi's New Island, I didn't feel like, ironically, brought enough new to the table. And especially enough to make me really think about the game and remember it. I'll be honest, I've forgotten more about Yoshi's New Island than I remember about Yoshi's New Island. Like, I think that just stems from the fact that I only played it once. But yeah, I felt like Yoshi's Crafted World had a lot going for me, and Yoshi's New Island just didn't. But yeah, if you have a different experience, that's perfectly fine. Now I'm starting to get tired, says Ethan. Yeah, feel my pain. Ethan says. Jeffrey says, Crafted World and New Island have bad music, but they both have at least 2 or 3 good soundtracks. That I can definitely agree with. I felt like Yoshi's New Island, the bad music stuck out more to me. Mostly because it's the first thing that smacks you in the face when you load up the game. Is just the horrible, horrible music. But it would be a disservice to Yoshi's New Island to say that all of the music is bad. I even mentioned that in my my top 10 videos that you know, some of the tracks are good, but there are some that are just straight up unbearable. That's what I said in my top 10 video, and I hold to that. I mean, it's not like Yoshi's New Island is horrible or anything. Like, I'm not saying that if you enjoyed Yoshi's New Island, how dare you. But, yeah. I definitely prefer Yoshi's Crafted World. Just because of all that new stuff it brings to the table. Oh, jeez. No, why? Oh, why would you? You know, I do want to live stream Yoshi's New Island at some point. But I think we can agree that all Yoshi games have amazing special levels music. Oh, yeah. And the special levels in Yoshi games are something that I always appreciate. Like, I think that's probably one of the things I like best about the Yoshi, Yoshi formula is just the existence of the special levels. Like, I don't know if you saw my, what would a 3D Yoshi game, video, or what would a Yoshi game, a 3D Yoshi game be like video, but if you did, I talked about, you know, the Yoshi S levels, or the special levels, as it were, being a wonderful reward for, you know, playing the game to its fullest potential. And, I said that, you know, similar to Croc, what would be awesome is if they still had the S levels in every world, but also had an entire world made up of basically S levels as a reward for 100% completing everything else. Croc kind of did that. I don't know how many of you guys have actually played Croc. And it's not like it's this wonderful game or anything, but it definitely had some stuff that I appreciate. Enough beating around the bush. The worlds, or the game is split into 4 worlds, but if you 100% complete them, then you unlock a 5th world that has like 4 or so remixed levels based on the other 4 worlds, and a remixed boss fight at the end. And I thought that was, frankly, inspired. I thought that was great, and I would love to see a Yoshi game do that. Some of the special levels in Yoshi games are hard. Oh yeah, definitely, and that's the whole point of them. Like, they're supposed to be hard. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, please tell me that one of those is a red coin. Please, 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 please. Plus, okay. I need to go back and get Baby Wario. And it probably also wouldn't hurt to, get some coins either. Eggs. Gosh, I'm tired. Where do I switch babies? Well, not here. Ethan says, I love how everything you say is so sucked dry of enthusiasm. Yeah, I'm super tired at this point. Can't really muster a lot of enthusiasm when my energy levels are nearly depleted. It's just such sadness at this point, says Ethan. I mean, I'm having fun. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm having fun. Like, for the most part. I do hope that I get this one last red coin and can just finally go to sleep. Crafted World, the Kamek boss fight is hard to 100% complete. Yes, but I loved that Kamek boss fight. Like, I felt like that was such a good reward for 100% completion. Well, I take that back. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I take it back, though. That wasn't the reward for 100% completion. The reward for 100% completion was that costume. And I made a point to that in that one video. Not a good reward, especially when I already hate the costumes. Alright, you should learn how to take no for an answer. Now meet my dear friend Priscilla. You'll need some fancy footwork if you want to leave her castle. This is the unimpressed Jeff face. No, please no. Okay. I was gonna try and just be unimpressed for the whole fight, but then I almost got hit, and that would have been very unfortunate. That should be it, though. Okay. Super easy. Ah, yes. You have enough power to still say you're having fun with enthusiasm. Yeah, just enough. Just enough. Man. Guys, this is bothering me so much. That one level. Just that one. I couldn't find those 3 coins in. Oh. What do you guys think? Do I try it one more time? Do I give it one final effort? We're at 3 hours and 16 minutes. What do you guys think? One more attempt at that one level? I've 100% completed this world except that one level where I just have not found all of those coins. Just that one level. Can I do it? PB&J just got back. I'm gonna do it. Welcome back, PB&J. We're doing it. I'm giving it one more solid effort. We're doing it. How much am I gonna hate myself tomorrow morning? I don't know. It's worth it. Dr. Jeffrey says, if I am going to be honest, the Nintendo game that I am most excited for the future is Luigi's Mansion 4. The Luigi's Mansion series is very fun. You know, did I see these before? I feel like I may not have. You know, the Luigi's Mansion series is one that I don't have as much of an appreciation for, but I feel like I did do that. I don't have as much of an appreciation or a history with, but I have fun with the games when I do play them. I've only ever played Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, rather 3, excuse me. And like I said, I enjoyed them. But I don't know, like, they're not my favorites. But I appreciate them. Am I making any sort of sense? Probably not. I think I like it because it's different from most Nintendo games. Oh, absolutely. That's something that's really nice about Luigi's Mansion, is just its sheer creativity. Frankly, like, it's great for that sort of thing. Tired Jeff has arrived. It's quite hard to understand him. It's quite hard to speak. Yeah. Am I making a mistake right now? Probably. What's the name of this level? I don't remember. It's something about grabbing a magnet. I really do want to 100% this level though, because I'm so close. What happened when I was gone, says PB&J. Mostly just going back and trying to finish up some of these levels that I haven't 100%ed yet. That's pretty much it. Right now, I'm on the last level, not the last level, but the only level that I haven't found everything in yet. And the only thing I haven't found in this level is just 3 coins. Somewhere. Somewhere I am missing 3 coins, and it's driving me bonkers. The name of this level is Pain and Agony, says Ethan. I don't know, this level ain't so bad, it's just... Somehow I am missing 3 coins. Not exactly sure where. Was that one of them? I don't know. But I'm missing 3 coins. Somehow. Some way. And I want to find them. I do. I think I just need to make sure that I'm super thorough this time. As if I haven't been trying to be thorough every time. I mean, I most certainly have been. But I think this is probably one of those levels where Wario's definitely your guy. Because a lot of these coins seem to be hidden in these tufts of grass. Or leaves, or whatever they are. Like, these plants are hiding... a lot of coins. Get out of here. Oh, I hate those guys. The 2D platformers are fun in my opinion if they are very different in some way. Oh yeah, 2D platformers are my jam, dude. Like, that's my bread and butter is 2D platformers. Like, most of the games that I play, even the indie games, are 2D platformers. Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, The Messenger, Celeste, Caves and the Wild Masks. And then you have these games, Yoshi's games, the Mario games, the Donkey Kong Country games. Like, dude, my jam is 2D platformers. That is my main thing. So, yeah. And the nice thing about all of those is that they... Oh, Metroid. How could I forget Metroid? Metroid Dread is the game that got me to start streaming again. So, I couldn't possibly forget about that one. So, yeah. How much longer do you think you will be streaming, says PB&J. Hopefully another 15 minutes or less. I'm pretty much ready to be done. It was just bugging me so much that I have this one level that I haven't gotten everything in. And if I just buckle down and try a little bit harder and try to find those 3 coins, I could just, you know, start off with either the special level next stream or just move on to World 4 next stream, which I think is what I would prefer to do. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm starting to think 100% completing this game is a bit of a pipe dream. Like, it's something I'd really like to get done, but I don't know if I can muster the willpower. I'm gonna try. If it gets to the point where, you know, we're on episode 10 of Yoshi's Island DS and I'm on like World 5, 4 or something, then yeah, I will definitely be reconsidering. But right now, I'm making it sound horrible. It's not all that bad. Oh, I just remembered Fez. Oh, that's a good 2D platformer. The feature that you can flip the world is so cool. That's a really good indie game, says Jeffrey. I feel like I've heard that name, but I haven't played the game. That was not intended to rhyme, but it just worked out that way. I'm going to ask you this one time. Where's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Who is Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora? Says Ethan. Wonderful. I loved Infinity War. That was a good one. And frankly, some of the things I'm saying right now make about as much sense as, you know, Drax's multiple shenanigans. Why is Gamora? I don't know. Why is Gamora? When is Gamora? Yeah, actually, never mind. That's not a joke. Endgame made that not a joke. Okay, well, got all the coins here. Ugh. Wait. Maybe this is where some of them are. I don't know. Nothing down here. No, stay up there. You stay up there. Toot toot. So here's a question. I've thought about this a little bit. Infinity War was quite great, says Ethan. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Anyway. I've definitely thought about this point some, but I don't think I ever really mentioned it. Jeff, where would you rank this Yoshi game? Officially, in my top 10 Yoshi games video, I rank it at number 4. I don't know if you've seen the Yoshi top 10 video, but I pretty much still stick to my rankings there. Thought about those rankings a lot, and I still pretty much agree with them. So, Yoshi's Island DS, I have at number 4. If you haven't seen my top 10 Yoshi games, I'm about to spoil it for you. My top 10 Yoshi games go like this. Number 10 was, number 10 was Yoshi, Touch and Go. Number 9 was Yoshi Safari. Number 8 was Tetris Attack. Number 7 was Yoshi Topsy Turvy. Number 6 was, Yoshi's New Island. Number 5 was Yoshi's Story, which ironically is my first Yoshi game. So I have a lot of nostalgia for that one. Then Number 4 is Yoshi's Island DS. Number 3 is Yoshi's Crafted World. Number 2 is Yoshi's Woolly World. And number 1 is Yoshi's Island. That's how I rank the Yoshi games. And if you must know, the other 2 Yoshi games that were not mentioned in that top 10, the Yoshi puzzle games, I put number 11 is Yoshi's Cookie and number 12 is Yoshi. So that's my rankings for all the Yoshi games. You're welcome. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize this. Yo, hang on. What? I mean, huh? Oh! I don't know what I'm doing. But that did not result in a red coin, so I'm not pleased. I'm being so thorough. Where am I missing something? But yeah, what I was gonna say is, you guys know the stork stations where I keep calling the babies from? Why do those exist? What justification is there for them to exist? The stork can fly literally through caves to get to you. Why can't you just hit a button and call him somewhere to you? What is the justification for that? Why can't I do that? It's not a super huge deal. There's honestly a pretty good amount of these, stork stops. It's just, why do they exist at all? No! Stop it! Because I have no people who will act. Oh, I'm sorry. PB&J says, I think after this stream I'm going to practice acting for my YouTube movie because I have to be all of the characters because I have no people who will act in my movie. Sad face. But I believe in you, dude. You can do it. Some of the funniest videos I watch on YouTube is just all one guy. So there you go. Jeffrey says, Yoshi's Woolly World I think is my favorite, from the music to the cutscenes to the art style, with the yarn to the levels, but I must beat Yoshi's Island because it looks like you're saying it's really good. Oh, absolutely 100%. I think Yoshi's Island is still the king. And there's a lot of reasons for it. At some point, maybe I should do just a full-on review of Yoshi's Island just so you can see why I think it's so great. But yeah, if you haven't finished Yoshi's Island, 100% recommend you do so. It's so good. And the difficulty curve is actually really solid too. I think that's one of the things that it really has going for it. Ethan says, because apparently they thought it would be too overpowered if you could switch babies whenever you want. Yeah, I guess, but I don't even know about that. Like, there's only a few circumstances where I can think of, you know, it would be too overpowered to be able to switch to whatever baby you wanted whenever. Otherwise, it's just a matter of convenience. And even in the areas where like it is too overpowered to be able to switch babies whenever, like you could easily just gatekeep. Like you could just make it so you can't switch babies whenever you want in certain areas where, you know, that sort of thing is required, I guess. Like, I see no reason why they couldn't have just done it that way. Like, have a spot where one of the babies is required to get through. Yo, what? No! Dude! Kill me. Kill me. Yes, maybe they just want to make your life misery. I'm starting to think that's what it is. Kill me. Just kill me. You guys will kill me whenever you want, except whenever I want. Fine. I know where there's a bottomless pit. I'm just gonna go do that. Never mind. Come on. You guys might just have to listen to Mario cry for a while. Jeffrey says, Jeff, what is your favorite Nintendo game ever? Mine is Mario Bros. DS. Know how I can explain the nostalgia hits... No, I can explain. The nostalgia hits hard. That was my first game ever. I remember I played it so much my DS broke. Mario DS was great. Like, I still love that game. It's really good. My favorite is Super Mario 64. It's my favorite game of all time. I just love the crazy skill ceiling in that game. Like, Nintendo has a way of... No! Nintendo has a way of making games that are accessible for most people to play, yet also having a level of challenge there that you can have to either self-impose or just set a challenge for yourself, which I guess is also a self-imposition of challenge, or self-imposition of difficulty. Regardless, the point is that Mario 64 is, in my mind, one of the best examples of this. Because, like, I mentioned the skill ceiling a second ago. And what I mean by skill ceiling is, you know, there is a crazy amount of skill you can achieve in the game with the tools just in the game. And there's just an insane number of tricks you can do. Just, you watch these speedruns of Mario 64 and it's incredible. Yet Mario 64 is also one of those games that you can get through the whole game just by doing the normal jump, right? Like, it's got what I would call a low skill floor, but an incredibly high skill ceiling. And I really, really treasure that in that game. Not to mention, the nostalgia factor is quite high with me in that game as well. Like, that is definitely one of the games from my childhood. Ethan says, lol, 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 yes, they want to make your life misery. You can't end your life. Yeah, that appears to be the case. Ah, yes, another occasion where we can witness Jeff's soul getting sucked out of his eyes while he dies. Yep. I can't dispute that. It's true. 100%. No! Stop it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Also, sadness intensifies. I think that I may have found one additional coin somewhere. But I think I'm still gonna be too short. I've been hearing this Yoshi song for the past like 20 minutes. Says Jeffrey. Yes, yes you have been. I'm ready for this Yoshi song to be over too. I'm ready for this Yoshi level to be over. Interesting. At least it's relatively pleasant. No! I lost the one red coin! Pain and misery and misery and pain. Let's see if it's even worth finishing the level, though. Nope. Well, that was a waste of like 20 minutes. Ethan says, yes, the game is not only trying to destroy Jeff, but also his viewers. Guys, I'm at a loss. I saw one red coin fall off of the screen there. But where are the other two? I thought I was crazy thorough. Well, it's making your brain malfunction. Yes, it is. I fail to understand where I missed 2 coins. I think you would agree that I was being ridiculously thorough in that level. I don't understand where I could have possibly missed 2 coins. But other than that, we have 100% completed World 3. You know, I think what I'll do is I'll come back to that level with a fresh set of eyes at some point. I think what I'm going to do is try and complete the World 4 and World 5 levels to the best of my ability. Ignore the special worlds for now. Then come back and do the extra and special levels. I think that's the play. So in the next stream, I'm going to start with World 4-1 here. Well, that's Yoshi Games for you. You always miss something, says Jeffrey. Yeah. And I don't know where I missed him. But, you know what? We're going to find him next time. No, not next time. We're going to find him in the future. In a future episode of Yoshi's Island DS. But in the next one, I want to try and tackle World 4 and get through as much of it as possible. I think we can do it. So look forward to that next time, guys. But yeah, thanks for tuning into this live stream. It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys. Always appreciate your questions and your commentary. Always fun to interact with you, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I live stream or post a video. And the next live stream should be on Friday next week. Same time, same place. About 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I start. And go till I'm tired of getting my butt kicked by Yoshi's Island DS. But yeah, just in case anything changes, feel free to join the Discord. I update my schedule there whenever I know when I'm going to live stream, and I also just like chatting with you guys, so feel free to join into that. Good night and goodbye, and also sent you a text earlier this morning. Yes, I did see that text, did not get a chance to respond to it because I was busy at work all day. But yes, that's exciting. Minecraft 1.19 maybe? New swamp update is out. That's pretty exciting. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Amidst all the chaos and the misery that these levels cause, you guys are my bright spot in these live streams. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time. See you guys.